2, all cap, episode 5. Here we go. One more time.
One more time.
Here we go. First ladies' night, episode 5. I think I'm gonna do it every now and then. Bring the girls on 5 episodes or so. Keep the guys honest. Make sure the guys shut the fuck up. I'm happy to bring some of my friends on here. If you want to introduce yourselves, you can go first.
Hi, my name is Kathy. I'm a student at FIU, and I'm also a paralegal.
Hi, my name is Anna Esclasans. Follow me on Instagram. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. No, but yes, follow me. I'm kidding. I am 22, and I'm about to go to PA school at FIU again, so I'm super excited
There
to
you
be
go.
here.
Paralegal. I have no idea what that is. Explain it.
I'm basically an assistant to an attorney. So I do all of the motions for the attorney.
Mm-hmm.
She sends those to the judge.
What kind of law are we doing here? Divorce?
Family law.
Or is that like divorces
Yeah.
and shit? Oof.
I
that's
like
tough.
it.
Wait, what was
You
that
love
you
it?
said? What is
Yeah,
it?
it's family law.
Family law.
Family law.
She does civil litigation, but most of it is family law. She's really good at it.
Women win most divorces, right?
Yeah.
For the most part, right?
Yeah, for the
I
most
hear
part.
the family law is the most successful at the moment. That's probably one of the most.
Yeah,
Yeah.
divorce rates are through the roof.
Yeah.
I was talking about it with my coworker actually today. We were looking at the database, and last year they only had 300 clients, and right now we're in May,
Yeah.
and we already have 300 clients.
Holy
That's
shit.
crazy.
Just for that we started in January.
Yeah,
we
yeah.
still have previous clients, but we've opened 300 new clients.
And then what's your goal, to eventually become the lawyer for that, or
I'm still debating whether I want to do law school or not. I don't know
what's
yet.
plan B?
Plan B is to be a paralegal, or Plan C is to work for my mommy and papi.
There you go.
Thank you, mommy and papi. My mom really wants me to work for her, so
What does she do?
she has her own debt settlement company.
What is that?
Debt settlement company.
I see.
Yeah, so she basically pays off people's debts for them.
Fire.
And then, they pay her.
Yeah,
with
yeah.
interest.
Of course.
Yeah.
There you go.
I don't understand that, but it's super cool.
Yeah,
I didn't
I
know
work
you
with
you were unsure about law school.
Dude, I've been unsure about law school forever. I'm not sure. I'm going to take my LSATs and, pray for the best and see what happens. But, I want to have, every single option open,
Yeah.
at
Yeah.
least.
Definitely.
I feel that. I mean, law school, I think for me is my plan B too.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. That's
Oh, I had
if
no idea.
if life doesn't work out the way I want it to, I guess we'll go to law school.
Yeah.
Fucking figure it out.
I mean, it's a commitment,
But
definitely.
I'm happy that I have, time for it. I graduate now in December, and then, I'm not, I don't want to do anything having to do with school until, August.
You thinking about traveling?
Yeah.
You got a
For sure.
specific spot?
Europe, of course.
Ooh, here we
Obviously, I'm
go.
going to Europe.
Here we
I'm
go.
literally graduating, and I hope Katie graduates with me because we talked about going to Europe together. So hopefully I get to go to Europe with my friends.
There you
And
go.
Sophie wants to go too before med school.
No,
So
I would
that's
love
gonna be
to.
super, super
Probably
fun.
won't be able to. But
You have a
'cause
specific spot in
it's
Europe?
cool. Well, I have family in Spain because
Perfect.
Yeah, my family's from Spain, and
Wow,
I want to go
sick.
to Italy. I want to go to France, the south of France,
Yeah.
Nice, Monaco,
Yeah.
Greece for sure. But I feel I'm not gonna be able to get it all done.
I mean, I think.
I want to do at least 3 weeks.
Yeah, yeah. That's why, I haven't been to Europe yet, but I know that when I go, I want to go for a month.
Dude, I thought you had.
backpacking.
Nice.
I wanna do,
Yeah,
backpacking.
I'm trying to go out there for a month, completely indulge myself in a completely different culture.
Yeah,
I think it's
that's-
sick. And then in a month or two, I get I'm lucky. My stepdad's Italian. His family's from Italy,
Okay.
and he's redoing his citizenship there, which means he gets an European passport.
So that means you get a European
Which
passport.
means I get a
because we
European
get European
passport.
passports.
We're doing the same thing,
Yeah,
but
I'm
we're
getting a fucking-
Spanish.
But it's so sick because now I'm when I
Yeah,
go to the
'cause
airport, yo, fuck your
Dual
man, yo, I have a
citizenship.
European one, bro.
dual
Yeah,
citizenship.
it's so sick. It's so sick.
It's
You can
awesome.
go in and out, no problem.
Yeah.
But we want to go. We want to go to stay a week in Spain, then bounce a week in Italy, then
Yeah.
do the Ibiza, and do
The good
the
thing
do
is
the
that the flights
Greece.
are cheap once you're already
That's what I'm
there.
saying,
So
and
you can just go
and you can even
anywhere.
take. They have trains.
Yeah.
Their
Yeah.
trains are very efficient over there. Here, I mean, if I could train, I'm not gonna ride a train here.
Yeah. I'm actually going to Europe this summer. I leave in 2 weeks. On Wednesday of not next week, but the next week, and I'm doing literally the Hawaii itinerary that she wanted to do. So we're landing in Barcelona, staying there for 3 nights. Gonna go out with my cousin. I'm super excited, and then doing a whole cruise, Monaco, all of Italy, and then
Fire.
I'm going to Ibiza, and I'm so
Are you going to Greece?
excited.
Sick.
No, I'm not doing Greece. It's, dude. I tried. I did a bunch of different. I made a bunch of different plans in my head, and it just didn't make sense. And we're doing a cruise, so it's
Yeah.
you knock it all in one go, and it's super nice. You have you don't have to. The thing that my cousin says that you worry about is the luggage. To pay for the luggage on those flights, it's $80,
What
$100.
cruise are you
That's how they
going
make their
on?
money.
I think it's a MSC or it
I
might
think
be
my
Royal
mom might be
Caribbean.
going on that same cruise.
No,
with
it's
me.
like it's 14 days, I think.
My mom is
That's
going on a
so
cruise literally in 2
I'm
weeks.
so excited.
to
I'm so.
Europe.
There's like year-long cruises too.
Yeah,
And they'll take you
dude.
like all over the world.
You know which one I
Crazy.
really want to do? The Alaska one. The
Yeah,
one that takes you
I had
through
a
those
couple
choppy
buddies.
ass waters.
Yeah, I had a buddy that did one, and like while he was on the cruise ship, like a couple of orcas like swam next to the fucking cruise ship, which is
No
sick.
way.
Yeah,
I
That's
heard that
beautiful.
like apparently like the ship like moves like you can be eating dinner and like all your.
I'm
drinks
sure.
are
Yeah,
on
the
one
water's
side.
way more intense out
Super,
there.
super.
The weather's intense, so the
'Cause of,
water
like,
becomes
The
crazy.
Drake Passage, I think, or some shit like that.
Is it?
I think it's called the Drake Passage.
Shout
It
out
is
to,
very
The Drake Passage.
Drake Passage.
Actually, no, I
shout
have
out
no
to
idea.
Drake.
Yeah.
OVO.
Shout out, yeah, OVO, let's go. He's coming out. He's coming to Miami soon, no?
He was just here like 3 weeks ago.
He has a house here, no?
I don't know if he has a house here. One of the guys I work with, that I have the company that I did with, his brother's like he has two older brothers that are twins, and they both run like the Miami night scene. So one's like the head manager at Gala, the other one's the head manager at 11.
Nice.
So
know that.
they get a chance to like hang out with all these celebrities, and like Drake was here like 3 weeks ago, and they got a chance to like hang out, party with Drake, like do the whole table thing. I got it, and then so it's just like I'm like dying to, every now and then he hits me up to go out, and I already have fucking plans.
Yeah.
But like 3 weeks ago, he hit me up for plans, and I just like brushed it off, and he sent me like a snap at 1 a.m. on
Shut
Drake's
the
table,
fuck
like
up.
just fucking partying.
But
with
next
it.
time, don't blow him off, dude.
I know.
Then next time invite us.
As I said, I have Bowie in my ear. Yo, we got here. We're going here. Yo, I'm DJing. What the fuck is this? Blah blah
Yeah.
blah. It's fucking ridiculous. We always have some shit going on here.
I mean, nights out are better with friends, anyways. So.
That's what I think, at least.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's always a better time. And that's why too. It's like, yeah, I'm gonna go out and like I know you, but I know no one else. Which like I guess is like not the worst thing in the world. Like I'm pretty sociable. Like I can talk
Yeah.
to other people.
I'm social, but I still get anxiety like going somewhere where
Yeah.
like, I only know one singular person.
Yeah, I think I mean I wouldn't say it's even. I think it's just more like like nerves, like nerves or anything. Like I think it's just like I gotta like introduce myself to these people like
Yeah.
who I don't know, and like these guys are like super established. Like I'm still like in their eyes, and to me too. I think I'm still a little kid.
Yeah.
Like
I feel like a little.
these are like
closer.
grown men already with careers locked up, and they're hanging out and drinking and partying, and they drink and party harder than I fucking drink and party because I have the money to do it.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I feel that. I feel that. But I think you surrounding yourself with those people would be good for you.
No, for sure. But like that's the thing is, I still hang out with them, but I hang out with them like in a business setting. Like we'll go to dinners and like talk about like work or some like investment that everybody wants to hop on.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not like I don't know if I'm like ready to hang out. Like oh yeah, let's
Yeah,
drink,
like,
pop bottles,
Yeah,
like get
besties.
hammered, get hammered. Because when I get hammered, I become a sicko, and like I don't know if I'm ready to show them.
Dude, they probably are sickos too.
I mean, yeah, I'm sure they would love it. I'm sure I'm
Probably.
very entertaining for them.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm by far the youngest one there all the time. They always give me like a little slack for it. But
Yeah.
so you said you do what, PA, right?
Well, I'm starting PA school now, but right now I'm a medical assistant for an orthopedic foot and ankle surgeon. He's literally the best.
You love it? You love
I
the
love
job?
it. I love it.
Yeah.
It's
Orthopedic is mouth.
Bones.
orthopedic is bones, dude. Bones.
What am I thinking? No, mouth is dental. Dude. I'm an idiot.
Orthodontist. I'm gonna hold you on that one, dude. I'm gonna hold you on that one. No, but he only does foot and ankle, but it's super cool because I work with like Dolphins players, like Panthers players. So like I've met like Miami Heat players. Like it's
Sick.
super cool. Yeah, it's a really like nice experience, and I've learned a lot. Like
Yeah.
I learned how to talk to people, how to like level myself, because if people know me, I'm like super excited all the time. I'm a very
Yeah.
happy girl, but sometimes I was saying this the other day because I have like a PA account. If you guys want to follow it, that'd be cool.
Drop it. What's it
yeah,
called?
so it's Nani the PAS. Nani the PAS. So I wanna.
How do you spell Nani?
NANI, and then the PA, and then S is for student.
There you go,
'Cause
if
I'm
you're
not-
watching.
yeah, so if
Drop a
you want
follow.
to drop a follow, but I kind of want to use that just to like document everything.
Yeah.
Because when I was in college, I used to make YouTube videos of like everything I did. Like I have videos of me in Tallahassee my freshman year of college.
You went to
And-
FSU?
No, I went for like
visit.
a Halloween.
Oh, okay.
Like to visit, but it's so funny because
I was like,
could,
whoa, I didn't know this.
Dude, no. I'm FIU girl, like 100%,
Got it.
Miami forever. But I could see like what I was thinking and what I was doing, and I'm like, damn, like that's crazy. So I
Yeah.
want to do that for my account too, while also like educating people.
For sure.
But I was saying this the other day, like, what was I saying? I literally lost my train of thought. Like, this is what happens when you have I don't have ADHD, but I probably do. I was saying something. I forgot.
It's
What were we talking
fine.
about?
So like with medicine, I think medicine's sick. It's especially me. Like I'm very interested in sports, and it's pretty cool. Like I think like growing up, somebody would get like a broken arm, broken hand, a torn ACL, and they'd be out for a year and a half minimum. And now, like for example, the Miami Heat. I'm a big Miami Heat fan. Tyler Hero broke his hand a month ago.
Yeah.
And he's gonna be ready to play in like 2 more weeks.
Literally.
Off of broken hand, got
Yup.
a hand surgery for it and everything. And it's like
Yeah.
the fact that you can bounce back from that now is like only a testament to like how much we're advancing as far as like the medical fields.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. But the thing that I remembered what I was gonna say, just lost my train of thought.
There you go, I
'cause
brought it back to you.
Hashtag nervous, but yeah, you brought it back. You brought it back. But I've been able to understand because, like, for example, like where I work, either you're coming out a year from, like, you're coming back to the office a year from surgery, and you're like, I'm super happy. I don't have any pain. I'm super good. I'm good to go. And with that, like, you kind of like you level your energy with them. You're like, okay, you know what? I'm super excited for you. Good stuff. You're never gonna come back. Like whatever. And then there's someone in the room across that I'm also taking care of. That's like 2 weeks out. Feels like shit. Like they're upset. Like they haven't been able to walk in 2 weeks. They haven't been able to shower.
2 weeks out of surgery.
2 weeks out of surgery. So it's like them literally like basically like sitting in their beds like doing
Yep.
nothing. So I've literally learned, and I've noticed it in my whole, like in every aspect of my life. I've been able to like level myself. Like I understand like socially, like, okay, I can't be like super excited in this room right now because
Yeah.
they don't
They're
feel
going through
well.
something.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
going through something.
So
Exactly.
like my junior year of high school, I varsity wrestled in Columbus all 4 years. And my junior year in Columbus, I had torn my ACL, and it took me like 2 weeks to get the surgery. And when I got the surgery, I was like not able to get out of my own bed by myself for like 2 or 3 weeks almost. And I'm gonna tell you right now, those 2 or 3 weeks were probably the most like depressing.
Yeah, it's miserable.
To like ask my dad to help me get out of my own bed was like so annoying to me because I was like 16, 17 at the time. Like that's like, it was just like maybe like more of a pride thing than anything, but like
Yeah, for sure.
it sucks. It sucks. My dad had to help me shower, like any little thing that you're so used to doing. And when it's the ACL, it's your leg. So and I had a blocker, like a nerve
Oh, a
blocker.
nerve block, yeah,
For like
fuck.
3 days, I couldn't feel like
Anything.
I couldn't move my leg. Like
Yeah.
it was literally like just dead weight hanging.
Horrible.
So when I got hurt, I weighed 156 pounds. When I was finished, like recovering, finished the physical therapy and everything, and I was able to come back and wrestle again, I went from 156 to 198.
Wow. Whoa,
Put on like
yeah.
almost like 50 pounds. I was a big
Whoa.
boy, and obviously like because Columbus is what it is. It's a D-Gen sports school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember I came back to school and I had weighed myself, and they were like a drastic change in
Difference,
weight.
yeah.
One of the trainers that works there, I'm not gonna say his name, he comes up to me and he's like, look, take these. He goes, look, we can either train extremely hard for 4 months and then get you on a mat, or we can give you these. You don't tell your parents, we give you these. It's not gonna hurt you.
You're kidding.
He goes, it's not gonna hurt you. We're gonna
No.
monitor you. You can just take these and you'll be ready in a month. So I was like, fuck that, dude, give me that shit. So it was these pills I would take, and they were like fat burning pills.
Yeah.
I would take them in class, and I'd be taking like math tests, and my heart would be pounding in my chest, like if I was running
No.
sprints. Like if I was running sprints. And in a month, I went from weighing 198 to 160 pounds.
That's crazy.
Dropped weight. And it wasn't like I dropped weight and like shrunk skinny. Like I dropped weight and was
You're, like,
lean
lean.
as fuck.
Yeah.
Super fucking
But does
lean.
your heart beating fast make you lose weight?
I mean, it's like you're exercising essentially. Like your body's on go all the time.
Yeah, but it's like fat burning pills. So how is like why
I
is your
can't
heart
even
beating
tell you
fast?
what.
That's what they told me.
But honestly,
There's
that kind
probably
of
some
makes
other
sense.
crazy
though.
shit.
It kind of does make sense because when like I was going through like the phase where like my heart was beating fast, I have like a piece of metal in my heart. It's like a loop recorder. But when I was going through that phase, I lost a shit ton of weight.
Yeah, 'cause your
I was
heart's
weighing,
pumping.
Like
Your
70
heart-
pounds.
Yeah, I
You're
guess
burning
maybe
when your heart's pumping,
I
you're
was like
burning
19.
calories.
and I
maybe it
weighed
has something to do with your
75 pounds.
metabolism. I don't
It
know.
was bad.
I would love to know. I would love to know what that pill is because it for sure has something to do with like your metabolism. Something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, I have a great metabolism too because I fast
Same.
a lot. I fast
Oh,
a
you
lot.
fast?
Yeah.
You do intermittent
fast,
fasting?
Yeah. I intermittent fast. I did like almost a month ago already. Yeah, I did a 3-day fast, so I didn't eat anything for 3 days.
You
I
talked
heard
about this
Manny
with
doing
Manny,
that.
yeah.
Yeah. But for the most part, like my daily is I don't eat my first meal till at least 12 p.m. and then my last meal comes in at 9. So I eat between 12 and 9, and I'll fit in 3 meals in that spot, and I will not eat anything else after that.
That's not. That's not.
It's not
that
terrible.
Bad.
It's not.
Yeah,
it's very.
that's
It's
not
very.
that
It's
bad.
very.
It's doable.
It's what's the word for it? Sustainable.
Realistic. Oh, sustainable.
Sustainable.
Yeah.
You can do this on a daily.
Yeah, my sister does that.
Yeah.
Literally, she does like 12. She just drinks water all morning. You
Yeah.
drink water. You drink water though.
That's
right?
all.
Yeah.
That's all.
Okay.
Water, and then like if I would get cravings of food, I would get like a little pinch of salt
Yeah.
and eat the salt. And like the salt,
The salt's good for you though.
salt,
mean, yeah, that's-
salt, caffeine, and nicotine are food suppressants.
Hunger suppressants,
Hunger
yeah.
suppressants. So that's all I would consume. I had like nicotine pouches. I had caffeine in the morning, which I'm not a coffee guy. I wake up
Oh,
and
you're not.
I'm just always on go. Like I don't need coffee out of bed.
Me neither.
I wake up
Yeah,
and like
me
the minute my
neither.
feet touch the floor, I'm awake. If the struggle is getting out of bed.
Me too.
But once
yeah,
my feet
I struggle
touch the
getting
floor,
out of bed, but I don't need caffeine.
I don't understand the people that are like get out of bed, brush your teeth, and then get back in the bed and then fall asleep again. I
No,
can't. I will
no.
not fall asleep again.
You like that, Kavita? No way.
I can't. I can't fall
can't.
asleep.
I can't either. Like as soon as, dude, I have like a biological clock because I wake
Yeah.
up at 6:30. I fall asleep at max 11:30 at night, and like I literally in the weekends like I can't wake up past 8:30. Like
Yeah.
my eyes like
Same.
literally open up like if I'm like possessed or
It
something.
sucks.
I'm like no,
it
it
sucks
sucks.
sometimes.
Yeah.
Because you want to sleep in and you
And
literally
you can't.
can't.
You
I'm not
can't.
gonna lie though, I like having a routine, especially on the weekends. Like if I get to wake up early on the weekends, I have the whole day to do whatever I want.
So I said this. I say this to the guys. I think part of like when you leave high school, because everyone in high school and in school in general, like you have a set routine. Like at
Yeah.
8 in the morning, I'm here till 2 p.m. or 3 p.m. whatever your school lets you out.
Mm-hmm.
When you leave and you go to college, your schedule is your own. You situate it however you want. So the big problem that happens is a lot of people become lazy. They think, oh, let me wake up at 1 p.m., do my class at 3, do my
Yep.
class at 4, But that sleeping in fucks you over.
Yeah.
So
You want to
bad.
stay on that kind of like.
I've never slept. I've
I
never been
did.
like that. In COVID, obviously,
I think,
like
like,
No,
COVID times.
I mean everybody took a
COVID times,
everybody took a
but-
break during
Yeah.
COVID.
Yeah.
COVID was a special. I
Yeah.
hated it when we were in it, but now looking back, I'm like, damn,
loved
I
it.
fucking miss that
loved
shit.
it.
Yeah.
Because we were all stuck on the same shit. We were all back together on like almost like that high school shit.
Yeah,
We're
it
like,
felt like connected in a way.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
We were like so connected, like
we're
through
all
the phone
doing
in a
nothing
way.
together.
Yeah.
We're all so Zoom call. We would have Zoom drinking days.
Yeah,
Everybody hop on
literally.
a Zoom. You got a pack or whatever the fuck that day, and you sit down. And we're all gonna chit chat and drink whatever the fuck.
Yeah. No, I miss it sometimes too. Like it was nice to
You
kind of
basically just
disconnect
had,
for a
like, no
while.
responsibilities
Nothing, and
whatsoever.
especially
Yeah.
like living here in Miami, like Miami's so lively, like stuff's always happening here. So like to see how dead it was, like
crazy.
It was kind of scary.
Yeah,
It
the
was
few
kinda
times
scary.
the few times you would leave, like especially in the beginning of COVID, if you were to leave your house, like there was nobody in the
Nobody.
streets, no full parking lots, no traffic, no palmetto jammed up, like everything's open. Cops are very lenient, like they're just like, yo, just get home safe, like. It was just big on like wear a fucking mask everywhere.
Yeah, I don't want to go back to that. I don't want to go back to that, but I do. Like I reminisce because I learned a lot. We
It was a
all learned a
special
lot
time.
of things.
It was definitely
yeah.
a special time.
Something that I promise you, like our kids and our grandchildren and whatever will never experience.
Probably
like ever.
not.
Yeah.
Insane. Like
I
core
mean, look,
memories.
I hope not.
I hope not too. I hope not too, yeah, I
Because I
hope
think if it does happen again, it's gonna be serious.
yeah.
Because
What do you guys think about the masks?
I mean, that's it. They
What do
lifted
I-
them
what-
up.
Now we don't have to deal with them anymore. But what did you think about them before?
I thought they were bullshit.
I hated them.
I thought they were bullshit.
So much.
Meh. I work in the medical field. I'm close to people's faces. It's sometimes really gross. Like I literally like.
For sure.
I use the mask because like the smell of feet because I work foot and ankle. It smells horrible. So I can't imagine like
But
like
the thing
you're
is,
sneezing on
the
your
thing
face.
is, in a hospital, right? When
Yeah.
you wear a mask, it's like everyone that's a doctor or a nurse or whatever. Everyone knows like wear the mask. In society, you had half the people.
yeah.
Mask on, but it's on your chin
Yeah,
or like
it's, like,
your
literally
nose is
down
out.
your nose.
So it's
Oh,
like
yeah.
it's like, are we really fucking using this?
Oh,
Like,
no,
not
no, no.
really. So fuck the mask. Like,
Every time I,
I
put on the
agree.
mask,
Outside
it
of
would go
the
under my
hospital?
nose because if I had to wear my glasses, then my glasses would get foggy.
Oh no,
Yeah.
I
There's
had
no
like
point.
breathing
Ever.
problems with the mask. I'm not even kidding.
Yeah,
Like,
it was
I had,
tough
like,
to breathe. It was
asthma.
tough to
And
work
now
out.
nose, all
my
over
gym, my
face.
gym, when we came back, when like everybody can kind of start coming out of their houses again, when I started working out of that gym, my gym had a mandatory mask
Oh, me
thing.
too.
And it's like, you expect me to lift fucking weights and run with a mask on? Who the
Yeah.
fuck? I'm gonna
Absolutely
suffocate and
not.
die. You're gonna pay my fucking hospital bill when I
Dude.
pass out in here?
My gym made us wear gloves.
The
Like there's
fuck
a
is, you
video.
see? Like, what the fuck is that?
There's a video of us wearing gloves. Like,
Like
I'm not even
hospital
kidding.
gloves? Like
yeah,
the
it's like
rub- like
blue.
pink?
Like I
had
think
to
they were
clean
pink actually.
off, like,
Pink
everything
also.
that I would
But
use when I
like-
went to the gym. But like I'm paying to go to the gym. You're gonna make me clean everything on
And it's-
top of it. Like,
And
what
it's
the
so
fuck?
funny, like we go from something like that, and now we're just like, yo, like,
Yeah,
yo,
dude.
let me rip your vape, like, let me fucking, we're drinking out of the same cups, like,
For
we're back to
real.
the same bullshit, like, it doesn't,
Literally, like, if it never
that shit
happened.
never
Never
fucking
happened.
happened,
Dude,
yeah.
crazy.
It's awesome. So, let's navigate a little bit. We all three did high school here, right, in Miami?
Yeah.
What high school did you guys go to?
I went to Lord's Academy.
Lords,
I went to Coral Reef.
Coral Reef. Nice. I have some. Georgie in the last podcast went to Coral Reef as well.
Who's Georgie?
Georgie
He was on the
Karam.
last podcast.
He was on the last podcast.
Yeah, he's my age, Georgie Karam.
Yeah, you've probably seen him before. I promise you.
I knew from Coral Reef. I knew Georgie Karam and I knew Mika Martinez. I don't know if you knew her.
Mika Martinez, yes.
Yeah.
I didn't know her personally, but I knew of her.
Yeah. So gauging from how it was when we would go out in high school to like how it is now when we're going out. Like now that we're older, we're going to like more of the club scene.
Yeah.
Everyone has like, at least the guys, you know, some guys have a little bit more money in their pockets than others. Like, what is the difference, if there is a difference?
Honestly, I can't tell you that there is one because I remember going to Sandbar when I was,
Fair enough.
17, and
Fair
I'm
enough.
still at Sandbar now.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
22 years
Fair
old.
enough.
I don't know. I mean, obviously there's a difference, 100%. Like,
Well, yeah, I'm for
I
sure
feel
not
like
hanging
it's-
out with
Can
the
you
same
pinpoint
people.
the difference, or it's
I
just
mean,
like an in general
I
kind
feel
of
like
feel?
I feel like everybody goes out a little bit more often,
For
or
sure.
like to the same. I feel like everybody goes to the same places now. Like
Yeah.
everybody wants to see each other now. Before it was like, oh, like I'm gonna go if I mean tu, you know what I mean? Like you would go to all the way to
Yeah,
Miami Beach,
some
and if you
weird
couldn't
ass
get into
places.
mean tu, you were like, you know, you were whack or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
But now it's like I feel like more people wanna people want to see each other again.
Of course.
That's what I've noticed.
Which I love. I love that.
I like
we go,
that too.
We go out and like you see people from your high school. I'm like, oh my
And
god, I
it's
haven't
so
seen you in
exciting
years.
when
Like,
I
have
see
you
people.
been? Like
Dude,
all that
what's
shit.
crazy is that like you like let's say I say let's go to I don't know Tu Candela one night, and one person tells the other person, and then like the night is Tu Candela. Obviously we haven't done that in years, but like
Yeah.
it's crazy. Like the word travels so fast, everybody ends up at the same place.
Which is
Usually when we
beautiful.
see
Yeah, I
everyone
like
at the
it
Grove,
too.
everybody's at the Grove.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I see everyone. I always see you at the Grove.
I know, I
Every
see
time
you
I'm
too.
at the Grove, you're there.
It's like clockwork.
Yeah.
Especially at least our guy group. We love going out. It's like it's literally like a.
Yeah.
If you're a part of this friend group, like part of the contract is we're going out Thursday through Saturday
Yeah.
minimum.
Dude, I wish I can't go out on Thursdays. Friday, Saturday for sure.
I used to go out on Thursdays.
I like
can't
my
do it
Thursdays because
anymore.
Thursdays like it's not as hectic as like Fridays and Saturdays, but everybody goes out, and when you do go out, it's like we're not gonna black out, but we're gonna have fun.
Yeah.
We're gonna have
The
fun.
problem
Yeah.
is when you have a job the next day on Friday, you can't do it anymore.
No, I
You
understand.
just
I
can't.
understand.
Yeah.
No, back like when I was younger, like the last like legit job where like I had a W-2 and I had a boss and everything, I worked at the Cadillac dealership, like right back here.
Okay.
And whatever, like I like valeted cars. I think I was like 18 or 19, however old I was. And that I would go out like my Thursdays, and I had to be at work at 7, and I would come home at 5 in the morning.
Crazy.
Literally just nap, because that's not sleeping, you're napping.
Yeah.
Wake up and zombie my way through the day. But like the job that I had was like an ant can do that shit. Like
Yeah.
which I hated, which is what like my pet peeve with like regular jobs was like if I feel like I'm too smart for this, I'm not gonna give you my 100% because
Yeah,
like
and you're gonna get bored fast.
exactly. So but like a benefit that I got from that job was I was allowed to wear headphones throughout my day. So I would wear like AirPods.
Yeah.
And that's when I started getting into like listening to podcasts. So I would listen to like these really like smart individuals. All day I'm doing this bullshit ass fucking job that I
Yeah.
hate. But I'm listening to fucking Elon Musk, Joe Soros, like guys that are like
Yeah.
doing shit with their lives, moving shit, and like they would give me like all this like motivation. And then like
Yeah.
literally like from one day to the next I heard this podcast and I was like, I'm quitting my fucking job and I'm gonna figure it the fuck out.
Yeah.
And I put myself like in a corner essentially. Like I quit with no plan B. Like there was, you're gonna quit and then figure it out. There's no like, if you don't figure it out, just come back to this. Like literally set the boats on fire and figured it the fuck out. I mean, I'm happy I did that now. I'm 24 and like, I'm very happy that I decided to just like not do that fucking rat race bullshit.
Yeah,
and-
you were
and-
ingesting valuable information. at
Exactly,
that
and I
point.
was lucky that I was able to wear those headphones. And that little piece of detail to that job is what literally introduced me to podcasting. And I was like, I got to do something else. Like this is just not for me. I don't like
Yeah.
it. I don't like it.
Do you want to work in entertainment?
I mean, like I think as far as I'd go is probably like something like this, like a little podcast. But like, I mean, if this ends up blowing up one day, like fire. If it doesn't, like this is always gonna be something I like. When 10 years go by, I can be like, dude, like
I
let's
did
watch
this,
this. Like
yeah.
look
that's
how little we were.
nice.
Like
Look how
look-
we were thinking at that
exactly.
time. Yeah.
It's like a piece of history that we're gonna forever hold. Like
Yeah.
and like it's gonna be out there forever. We can watch it whenever we want. And like I don't know. I think this is like a fun like little side project that I have going on right now.
I like it too.
Yeah.
And when you put like passion into something, that's when it like people see that. You get
Yeah,
me?
exactly. And
People
like
see that.
I'm the type of person that I'm extremely like impulse. Like the minute my brain goes to this is what we're gonna do, this is what we're gonna buy. Like I'm like, okay, we're gonna buy it and we're gonna make it like as best as we possibly can at the moment that we can, regardless of the money, regardless of how much it's gonna, interact with like our daily lives. Like we're gonna figure it out the right way. So like as far as like editing and like you know, like even like the little shorts and shit. Like it took me like almost 2 months to like figure out like how to edit and shit. Like, but I was down for it. Like,
dude, it's a lot
long
of
since you
work.
started?
When I used to edit YouTube videos,
I've been working on this
freaking
project for
crazy.
like almost 3 months already. 3 months. I'm like five. This is the
done-
5th
yeah,
episode. We're
fifth.
5 episodes deep. Pull out a tangerine.
I'm pulling out the tangerine. I'm gonna do ASMR. I'm kidding. I just got really hungry and I'm watching Justin. And I'm like, I'm just gonna sneak a little tangerine. No, literally.
All right. So, as far as like we're going out, you girls feel the difference. Is there a specific like difference that you can like be like, this is where I feel? I mean, like I know we said like we go out a little bit more consistent. I think that has to do with because we're all on our own time now, right? And we all have a little bit more freedom as well. There's no like, I mean, we all have mommy, papi, whatever if we need them, but like mommy and papi don't control the schedule as
Yeah,
much
they don't
anymore.
control
Yeah, I
the
we
don't
schedule
have our
anymore.
own cars.
Mommy and Papi don't run the show no more. It's us.
Yeah.
Exactly. At some point they gotta let the chain go.
Yeah, definitely.
And that I think that's the spot we're all in right now.
Yeah, definitely.
I think so. Like based on that, right, where we have all this freedom, do you think like that adjustment has been difficult or like because obviously like when you have the restraints of your parents, as much as it is annoying, there's a structure behind it.
Yeah.
So now that you're structuring your own life, do you think grasping that structure was easy or hard?
For me, it kind of happened to me all at once because I graduated and then maybe like 4 months later I moved out.
Okay.
We were talking about this before the podcast started, but my parents ended up helping me out. Like during COVID, long story short, during COVID, I was like looking through apartments. Like, my mom always had this dream of owning an apartment by Dadeland, super nice area, whatever. And so I was like, Mommy, like let's look. This is like I was 20 years old at this point. Like, let's look. Like why not? It's mid-COVID. Like we don't, whatever. And we ended up finding this
Market's down.
Yeah, we got so lucky. Like the apartment that I ended up like looking at, like I picked this apartment like literally poof out of a hat. It was like $278,000. Bro, now it's worth like $400,000.
Yeah, easily.
I live there now. I pay like with my sister. I pay the mortgage. So for me, it kind of happened like all at once. Like I moved out like immediately, and like my parents still they play a huge role in my life because like I value my parents are helping me a lot with school, which is like super important, and I'm gonna prioritize that like 100%. But I still take their like advice and their like I make sure that the things that I do like aren't just like whatever I want to do because they're still like they're supporting me, and I want to respect them in a way.
Yeah.
So it was kind of hard because I left my house and I didn't know how to like maneuver myself. I was like, this is so weird. Like I'm not gonna go downstairs and say goodnight to my parents. Like, what do I do? I think I cried like 3 times and everything. I was like not sad, but it was like holy shit, like I'm growing up.
Yeah.
And I
remember it's like a weird adjustment of like, oh, I'm gonna go do this and I don't have to tell anybody I'm doing it. I'm gonna just go do this.
Yeah, it wasn't hard per se. It was more
It's
so
like a weird feeling.
It was so weird. It was like, whoa, I never thought this would come so fast.
Yeah,
You get me? Like
yeah.
wow, like I'm an adult, quote unquote.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not an adult
I
yet,
think
but
for me, like especially when I was in high school, my parents were always like super strict. I have Venezuelan parents. They were
There you go.
on top of me
Same
like
here.
24/7. I wasn't allowed to go out. Like if I was gonna go clubbing or if I was gonna go to a party past 1 a.m., I had to say I was staying at somebody's house. It was never easy. It wasn't easy in college either until like I turned 21, and then I just stopped telling them where I was going. And they stopped asking me, like,
Yeah.
until it got to a point where they're like, you literally don't tell us, like, where you are or if you're even gonna come home. So, like, how the fuck are we supposed to know that you're okay? I'm like, I'll give you my location,
That's
but,
what-
like,
that's what I do.
I can't, like, speak for myself when I'm drunk.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not
Yeah.
gonna text you when I'm drunk. I don't wanna, like, embarrass myself. Like, I obviously care about what my parents think about me. That's why I don't go home when I'm drunk. Like, I'll stay at a friend's house.
Of course.
Like, I don't
You're smart
drive.
about it.
Yeah, like, I'm smart. They don't ever get to see that side of me, but they know that I definitely have it there somewhere. It's, like, stored.
So like I think like maybe like 5 or 6 months ago I had gone out to space. And I had texted my mom the night before. Like, hey, like she had called me and I was like, or it wasn't a text, I called her. We were talking shit a little bit and I was like, hey, I'm gonna leave now, I'm going to space. It was like 11 o'clock at night. She's like, all right, whatever, have fun. My mom wakes up early though. My mom wakes up at 7 o'clock in the morning.
yeah.
Okay.
And I remember whatever, I have my whole night there, whatever, we're partying, we have a great time, the DJ's dope, everything's going great. And my mom wakes up at 7 and she has my location, she sees it and like at 8 she texted me and she was like, it's 8 o'clock in the morning, we talked last night, you're still there, like just go home. And I was like, Mom, like I sent her a video, I'm like, look how sick, and she goes, just go home, like what do you need to do there? And I remember I was like with the other guys, I go, yo guys, I think it's time you ride. And everybody was like, yeah, we were all waiting for somebody
Yeah,
to
to say something.
Let's get the fuck out
to
of here.
say something. Yeah, I'm like the happy medium between you guys because I still do what I want to do, but I care a lot because my mom still like stays up for me. Like she like doesn't she like gets like nervous that I'm like
Yeah.
out super late, and I'm
No,
like,
my
mommy,
mom
just
will
go to
check like the
bed.
next
Like,
morning, which is like one night I got in like so much trouble. This was recently too for Alex Sosa's 21st.
Ooh, I remember that.
Holy fucking shit.
oh
It
wait,
was
you were
bad.
there?
No,
yeah, you
No,
were there.
I wasn't there.
He wasn't there, but I'm sure you
Oh.
heard about it.
I
it
heard
was,
about it.
It was
Oh.
bad.
I heard
It
about
was
it.
probably one of the worst nights I've ever had in my whole life. And my mom wasn't in town. My dad doesn't have my location. I'm like closer to my mom. So my dad ended up calling my mom because I didn't go home that night, obviously. I was drunk. And my dad called my mom at like 5 a.m. and was like, this girl never came home. Like, she didn't text, she didn't say anything. I don't have her location. I don't know where she is. Like, where the fuck is she? My mom called me at 7 a.m. bitching at me, like asking me where I was, what was going on. I was like,
Dude, no.
I got
My-
drunk.
Shit
I
happens.
felt bad. Yeah, like,
Shit happens. Shit
I don't know
happens.
what else to say. And I got railed for like a whole week.
So like for people that aren't from Miami, right? If we had to describe like what's the and the podcast isn't gonna just be about this, but just to touch on it, what is like if you had to describe like what's the hookup culture down here?
Oh.
Like when it comes to being in my like growing up, we saw the scene young. Now we're older and we're in it, right? For people that don't understand it or can't grasp what that thought is, like how would you describe it?
How? I mean, one, it's like hookup culture in Miami is prevalent. Like that's like the majority of people. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people don't want to get like, or don't want to settle down.
Yeah.
Which to each their own, like whatever. But there's a lot of people that do.
Yeah.
And it's tough because you can't.
It's
tell.
hard picking out, yeah.
Yeah, you can't tell.
Because the nice
like,
guys hanging out with the assholes and the good girls
Yeah.
hanging out with the low guys.
Yeah, I mean, it's. I feel like everybody goes through it at one point. Everybody
Yeah.
experiences something like that at
Little
one
by
point.
little. You start navigating correctly.
Honestly, like it was tough in the beginning navigating like men and like the dating scene in Miami. It
Yeah,
is still
when you're
tough. Like I
younger-
haven't dated in like a year. Like I haven't gone on a date in like a year.
No, I've gone on dates. I definitely think that when it's younger, you're more naive and you're more like prone to believing what people tell you. So like,
Well, because guys lie a lot. Guys lie a lot.
yeah, but you don't know that in the
Guys lie
beginning.
a
Like,
lot.
nobody tells you that guys lie to you when you go
Yeah,
on dates
yeah,
with them
yeah,
and like
yeah,
you're
yeah.
just meeting them. So
Yeah.
like, obviously being naive, like you go on dates, you're young, like you meet people, you automatically think like, oh yeah, he took me out, he's interested in me, like shit like that.
When you
but-
really don't know, he's probably in the group chat like this
I-
dumbass, blah,
yeah,
blah, blah.
like I just want to take her home, like.
yeah,
But it's not like I don't know. I'm personally not like that.
No, it's super scary too because if you don't know, if they're not like part of your group or if like they're not in your social circle, like you actually
don't
have
know
no idea.
nothing.
Yeah, you don't
Like
know
you have to have
anything
all
about
your
them.
trust on them,
Yeah.
which is like half of the girls in Miami already have like trust issues. So
Yeah,
it's like
yeah.
it's almost like it's like borderline impossible. It's not impossible. There's nice
It's
people
just
out
tough.
there.
It's
just
obviously.
tough. It's tough to navigate.
But yeah, it's super super tough. I mean, I've been fine for a year already. I'm just like not interested in looking for anything right now.
So
but that's
as,
just me.
as far as like let's say like what are like if you had to say like what are red flags and what are green flags as far as like what are things now that you know more or less what's been going on, like if a guy does this it's like okay yeah he's playing games, and if a guy does this like oh maybe he's like a little serious.
You can start with that one, girl. I gotta.
If you
think
had
I
to
feel
of it.
like a
pinpoint, like
red
what's the
flag-
biggest, like if you had to be like this is red and you had to smack the
I have a
table.
good one. I
I
have a
think
good one.
like straight up like just a red flag is like when like you're trying to show interest in somebody and like you're not like you don't really show them, like let's say for example guy's trying to fuck you over, like he's not gonna text you 24/7, which is
No.
like fine, like I don't
will
expect somebody
not.
to text me
We will not.
24/7, but like don't just text me on the weekends asking me to hang out then.
That's
like,
the big difference.
That's obviously like how I know that you're just trying to fuck around.
That's
like
the big
I literally
difference.
got a text message last weekend. I was out on a date with somebody.
Yeah, I'd say from a guy perspective, if I only text you on the weekends for drinks and hang out with my friends, you're
just-
solely the
yeah.
girl I drink and hang out with my friends with. If I'm talking to you during the week and I'm like, hey, like what's going on with your day? What's up? Like tell me about your life. You had a good day? Yes or no? That's different. That's like I'm actually interested and I'm invested a little bit more.
I mean, I don't even want to. I don't even want. No, because it's happened to me. Like it's not just one individual. It's like every guy that I've spoken to has
you've seen the streets.
been.
Yeah,
Yeah,
now I
they've
definitely-
shown the interest, and then it's always like a nah. I'm like
Yeah.
okay, whatever, it's fine.
There's
Yeah,
always
like-
an excuse.
Yeah, at
I've
the end of
had,
the day.
like,
There's
my
always an
shoulder-
excuse not to do something
Yeah.
either, too.
Yeah.
One red flag for me for sure is like when someone's too upfront, like right at the get go. Like they're like either not rude, but like I've had like some guys be like too forward, like in the
Too
beginning.
honest?
no, it's not even
Can you give, like,
honest.
an
It's just
example?
like I had this guy DM me the other day, and he was just kind of like he was like picking too much fun at me. You get me? I'm like, dude, I don't even know you. Like I don't even know you. You know what I mean? But I mean, no, he. It's just like I don't even know you. Like red flag. Like I'm not gonna waste my time on this. Like you're too.
Yeah, like you're ragging on me, and I don't even know who the fuck
You're too
you are.
comfortable.
Like,
Yeah, I get it because sometimes like that's like a flirty.
Yeah, it's
thing.
like a humor maybe.
It's like a flirty thing, which I agree, but I gave it like a shot for a second. I was
Yeah.
like, you know what, let me just see where this goes. And it was like too much for me. I was like, you know what, I'm not vibing with this. Like, why am I gonna waste my time?
Of course,
on
of
this?
course.
Which I know I give up too easily. All my friends always tell me like, Anna, like you don't even try. I'm like,
nah, that
nah,
guy
I'm
was
just like not
fucking
gonna waste my
weird.
time anymore.
Then like, what about like,
That guy was weird.
what about like green? What about like a green
I
flag?
forgot that I told you that.
What about like a green flag? Like if this guy does this, you're like, ooh, I like that. I like that.
For sure, like follows up, like for example, like when you're having like a tough day or something like that. You're having like a tough day, and they follow up with you, and they make sure that you're like they make an effort to make the day better for you in whatever way it is, whether it's like sending like an extra text or two, which I hate that. Like I know I like phone calls and stuff like that, but just like
Big phone
showing
call guy,
effort.
too. I hate texting. I
just like
fucking hate texting.
showing effort in a way,
Yeah.
like
But
I
that's
care
how I know
about
that
how
I'm
you
interested
feel.
in somebody low key. When I text somebody, I know I like them.
Really?
Yeah, because I don't text at all. I don't.
Oh, me too.
Yeah,
I agree.
I guess. Yeah,
I
I
agree,
guess
I
I can
agree.
get behind that. I fucking hate texting. I'll fucking FaceTime you randomly. I mean, I fucking
Yeah, you
yeah.
used to
I
FaceTime me
FaceTime
all the
everybody.
time.
I hate calling. I hate fucking texting. I'd rather just I need to talk to you real quick. Like FaceTime. What's up? Blah blah blah. Here's what I need to say. See you later. Goodbye.
I appreciate.
I like that too, though. I like that
Yeah,
too.
it feels
Especially
more
with a guy
like-
that you're interested, or like
Feels
a-
more like personable.
interested-
Like
yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
But yeah, green flag for sure. Like
I
for
think
sure.
a green flag for me would be like when like I tell somebody something and then like it doesn't have to be the same day, like maybe like a week later or a month later, like they remember like what I told them, and it's like not even something that was important, but it's like, how the fuck did you remember that I said that?
yeah,
'Cause
you're
I-
paying
I
attention.
wouldn't
You're paying
remember that.
attention.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like mentally
I agree with that because a lot of the times like girls will feed me bullshit and I'm just like zoned out. Like
Yeah.
I'm looking at you, but I'm not paying
Yeah.
attention to anything you're saying
Same.
to me. But if I like you, every word that's coming out of your mouth, I'm like, remember.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
like you absorb it, which is nice. That's
Yeah.
super sweet. Another green flag. Let me think. What's another green flag?
How about does flowers on a first date do anything?
It's cute. It's like a cute gesture,
Sweet.
but like it doesn't mean anything.
Doesn't do anything. No.
I
So
also-
it's
yeah.
like it's nice if you do it, but not necessary.
Yeah.
Not necessary.
I think like also
How
because
about opening the door? Sorry.
no, to go for it. Go opening a door 100%.
It's-
It's super green flag.
Like if you're gonna walk
I
in my
don't know
car,
if it's a
if you're
green
gonna walk
flag
in my
or
car, I
if
come to
it's
pick
just,
you up and
like-
I get out of my car to open up your door.
Yeah.
Obviously, that's super sweet, but like that's
Doesn't do
bare
anything.
minimum shit.
Bare
yeah,
minimum
It's
shit.
true.
Okay,
I mean,
but,
yeah.
That's my question. Is it bare minimum shit?
It's bare minimum shit, but it's stuff that like girls nowadays, like it's even me. Like I'm telling you, I went on a date last week. The kid opened the door for me, and I walked the other way around to the other side to go open my own door because I thought he was just opening the door for himself. He literally had to tell me like I'm opening the door for you, and I was like, oh. Thank you, and I had to like run back.
It's like something that you haven't
Yeah,
you
like,
haven't
it's
received,
not,
I guess.
It's not something that like a lot of people are used to. I guess like maybe I'm just those shitty ass guys. Like I don't know,
probably.
Probably,
Yeah.
probably. Honestly,
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I attest to that. Like, that's bare minimum. Definitely bare minimum. That's why it's like hard
But
to
like
like
when a guy
impress
does it, like
me
you
at this
do like
point.
notice it. Like it's
Yeah.
not that it doesn't go unnoticed. Like I definitely noticed it, and I told my friends about it afterwards. I'm like, I probably have never had a guy open a car door for me before.
Yeah.
Like
It just sucks too because you don't know if that's genuine or not. Like that's something that you can like train somebody to do. Like you better open the car door for her
Yeah.
because she's a
Yeah.
woman, and you know what I mean. Like it might not come like from their heart either. That's like the scary part. You don't know.
Yeah.
Like you don't
It's
know.
like
if,
a trained dog.
Exactly.
It's
like
just for
oh,
your
she's a
sensitive-
woman. I'm taking her on a date. The polite thing to do is
Yeah,
open the
just
door
open
for her.
the
door.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna open the door for her. But like,
just
I
like
agree with
robot.
you. It's like green flag is like, it's like little sprinkles of things. Like I
Yeah.
can't
Yeah.
even tell you what like I guess it's just like a feeling having a green flag. And you know that someone's being genuine.
I
or not.
honestly couldn't even tell you just because I haven't been in like a good relationship and
I've experienced good people. My people have been good. I feel
yeah.
Yeah.
somewhat.
Um,
Rubino, look at me.
I'll say one. I mean, a red flag, and I think most of my guy friends hold this one. we fucking hate zodiac signs. That whole conversation.
Really?
We fucking hate that conversation. I
I
don't know.
think
You
it's
girls big
funny.
on that?
I'm not.
No,
I'm
at
not
all.
super big on zodiacs. I can't tell you.
Cause
that.
like we don't mind. Like I'm not. I'm not.
Like
an
I know
asshole
what I
either.
am personally, but I
know what I
wouldn't
am
be like,
too.
oh, I know exactly what you are if you told me the birthday. Like
That's
no, like
what we don't like because we could talk about it. It's talking about it isn't the issue. It's when you're talking to those girls that are like, oh, this is a science. Like this is
No,
fact.
no.
Like whatever I'm about to tell you right now is like deathly. This is exactly who you are exactly. So like the reason I say that is because I'm a Scorpio, right? And most of the time,
Scorpios
girls
got
that
a
are
bad rep.
that's what I'm saying. Most of the time, most of the girls that are in that shit, when I say Scorpio, they're like, oh, you're an asshole. You're a piece of shit, blah, blah, blah. Which, I mean, you ask the right girl, yeah, I might be an asshole. But, like,
Yeah.
in general, like, I think the general consensus is, like, I'm not a fucking piece of shit.
It's
Like,
not something that like I base like my opinion of a person on. Like if I know,
Yeah.
I think you and I have even talked about this before. Like I'm pretty sure you told me you were a Scorpio once, and I was like, they have a bad rep, but it's not like
think
I'm
we
gonna
did have this
judge you.
conversation.
Yeah, based
Yeah.
off of like your sign. Like that's
Yeah,
stupid.
I think that's dumb.
Yeah.
I've had like, apparently Scorpio and Pisces are like the worst ones, and I've talked to.
I think cancers are the worst.
Well,
ones.
my first ex-boyfriend in high school was a Pisces, like literally. Well, I mean, he was kind of.
I mean, whatever. You just picked the
Whatever.
wrong guy. You just picked the
Yeah.
wrong guy. That's what I think it is. I think there's assholes in every single one.
But it's
Taurus,
just
Cancer,
funny.
fucking.
Yeah.
It's just funny when it actually like links up. You're like, oh my god, I just
Yeah.
use that as
Yeah,
a reason.
he's
You're
a
like, oh
fucking
my god,
asshole.
that's
Yeah,
why
yeah,
they're
yeah.
an
You
asshole.
double down on the
emotional
reason.
when he's a cancer.
Yeah,
Like
literally.
I personally don't like let's say I take a girl out on a date and like one of the first 21 questions because that's what you play on when you're on a date, like let me analyze you,
Yeah.
is what's your zodiac sign. In that moment my head goes to you're about to get exiled, so
Yeah.
so walk carefully. I'm gonna tell you I'm a Scorpio and where are we going with this. Like if you're gonna say I'm an asshole immediately, okay, I think this is where the train ends.
Yeah, some girls do it playfully though. I
But
do
there's a
playfully.
difference. But we know the difference.
Yeah.
I'm not
Yeah.
a fucking asshole either. If you
Yeah.
if you do it in a playful way, I'm like
Yeah.
ha 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 funny. If you do it like this is serious, I'm like ha you're crazy.
Yeah,
you're
that's a
fucking
little
crazy,
much,
bitch.
yeah.
You can't
I
judge me
agree.
based off of a sign that a fucking billion people.
Yeah,
have.
I don't think the signs. It's like I think what people believe is like the energy that is involved, like when you were born. Like I don't know.
Get
it's
the
like,
fuck out.
yeah.
The minute you start asking me what day I was born, what's my rising
What
Saturn,
hour?
get the fuck
My
out.
rising Saturn.
What are you, a fucking astronomer? That doesn't make any fucking sense to me. It makes absolutely no sense to me.
Yeah, and people say like
it seems like
Geminis
everybody
are
knows about it
two-faced.
now. Like everybody knows everything about it.
Well, yeah, because that's like one
It's
of
a
like
trend.
it's a
And what
huge
about, like,
trend.
super
What
trend.
about crystals? Do you feel like the same way about like
Oh
crystals? and
my
shit?
god! If you base your life off of a couple of rocks stacked up in your room, you're a rock. You're a rock girl, aren't
I'm
you?
not a rock girl. I'm not a rock girl. I'm not a rock girl. So I work with one of the people that I work with. She's an athletic trainer, but she studies Chinese medicine. Like she's Chinese. Well, she's actually Taiwanese, but she studies Chinese medicine, and she's shown me like hardcore fact, like science about. It's not rocks. It's like sage and like energies and
Yeah.
stuff like that. Because it's true. Like we're made from energy, like from the universe.
Yo, we are energy
We
for
are.
sure. That I believe.
So like, and we exchange energy. We're all
100%.
connected. I think you guys were talking about that in the
Yeah,
last
yeah.
podcast. Like we're all
That's what I
connected.
believe,
I believe that too.
We are connected because you were in a bad mood and then I was in a
yeah,
bad mood.
no,
Yeah,
and yeah.
we feed
it's-
off of each
We
other.
feed off of each other, like literally, just like
Yeah.
off the energy. So I believe in that.
Even though like girls, like best friends, like your cycles align up. Like
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
That's fucking crazy.
Not weird?
Yeah, I don't believe a rock will like change my life, but like, I mean, rocks obviously hold energy. Like sage
somewhat, but
holds
like
energy, like whatever.
So when I turned 18, my stepmom, she gave me like this rock, and I have it on I still have it on my bed because I thought it was a cute gesture, but I don't
I
believe
saw
it.
It's a
It's like a little white rock.
Oh no, just kidding. I didn't see
No,
that.
that's my space rock.
Oh, I saw that.
That's from the first time I went to space. Yeah, I took a rock from there. Yeah, his name's Toby.
Like I saw that rock. I was like,
His
why
name's
is there a
Toby.
rock?
But,
Toby?
yeah. I put a little smiley face on him. But there's this little white rock, and it's like in the shape of a heart. And like my stepmom gave it to me when I was like 18 years old, and she was like, "Oh, like this is like for like to like keep strong relationships, so that you have like a healthy like relationship with a girl." And I'm fucking 24. I'm still single as fuck, bro. And I sleep next to that shit every night. That's
But
just
that's
not fucking
your
worth
choice.
it.
That's because you choose to be single.
I don't think so. I just don't
I
think I've
think
met
it
the right
is.
person. I just don't think I haven't met
I
the right
agree.
person.
I agree.
Yeah, obviously.
That's what people
Listen,
tell me
I've
too.
gone out with girls that aren't the best, and I've gone out with girls that I think are wife material, and I just don't think I've blended well with either or yet. I think when I do, I'll know for sure. I think it's like a gut feeling more than anything.
Yeah,
you can
for
really
guys,
like a
for
person
sure
and
is.
vibe with the person, but if there's like that little gut hesitation,
Yeah.
like
You
won't do
nah,
it.
you won't do it. You won't jump off that cliff.
I
If I feel
understand
the
200%.
slightest bit
Well,
of hesitancy
that's
with you,
not
I don't
true.
want to do it.
The more that you mature, even if it's like a little tiny doubt, you'll still do it.
I
When
don't
you
know.
mature, even if you have the smallest doubt, you're still gonna be like, okay, well, what if?
What if, I
Like, what'll
guess.
happen
But, like,
if
I
I
don't
don't
want to
do it?
swing on a what if. I want to swing on, like, this is what I
You're gonna
genuinely...
have to swing on the what ifs.
Here's the thing,
I
like
guess.
To do it.
like the toxic part of that is that like you're relying too much on emotion in a way, and I've read a lot about it because like whatever, it just comes up on my For You page, and then
Yeah.
I look at the stuff that's linked in it. But like apparently like when you focus too much on the way that somebody makes you feel, it's like kind of toxic because you're not searching for like a partnership, you're searching for like someone to make you internally feel good.
It's
Yeah.
not even
Which is
that.
not
It's
like
that
the
when you're
toxic
looking
I get
for
what you're
somebody,
saying.
you're not
Yeah.
supposed to look for somebody that's exactly like you. Like,
No.
You're supposed to look for somebody that balances you out. Like it's not
Yeah.
it's not somebody that's exactly like the spitting image of you. Like you
No.
don't ever want to be with somebody like that. I don't want to be with somebody like
I would
you.
fucking
That's
hate
your
a girl that
fucking
was
shit.
just like me.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
absolutely not. Fucking
Yeah.
That's not good.
Another
Here,
me
take
with
some.
long hair, I'd be like,
Get the fuck
relax.
out of here.
Yeah, dude, there's nobody like you.
That's
I've
what
never
I'm
met
saying.
somebody
Yeah,
like you.
that's what I'm saying.
There's nobody like you, dude. I've never met somebody like you. No, for real. No, but yeah, I mean. No, but yeah, I mean.
So now we're older, whatever, blah blah blah. We go out, we have fun. I consider you girls like guys, girls,
Definitely.
like girls that like can hang out.
So, half and half.
Girls that girls that can hang out with guys, and like the guys who genuinely enjoy your presence. Like it's not just like we're here to like
That's
scheme
a
on you.
compliment.
Scheme
Yeah,
on
that's
you. Like
nice.
I genuinely
I like
like I enjoy both of you guys hanging out. Like whatever. Do you think like being those kind of girls where you have like these guys like as almost like a heat check for other guys? Like yo, I'm going through this with this guy. Like what do you think about this? Like do you think that's benefited or not benefited?
Oh, definitely. Like I have like really close. Like one of my best friends, Diego. He always gives me like solid advice, and like he's straight up too. Because
Yeah.
the girls that don't want to hurt your feelings. So yeah,
That's the
definitely
problem.
it's benefited me 100%. And then also, like we're both friends with a lot of frat guys because I was a sweetheart of a fraternity. She's like a what do you call it? Like a mini sweetheart,
Yeah, I
a
guess.
baby sweetheart of
Yeah,
a fraternity
whatever you
too.
wanna call it.
And I've gotten
What
close
is a
to-
sweetheart for people that don't know?
So it's basically like somebody that is very close to the entirety of the frat, and they like choose that person to represent them.
Okay.
That's basically what it is.
And then like
so I
the
was
WRL is like what goes under them, which is like a group of
It's
like
like
5 girls.
basically people that help out the boys for like
Yeah, whatever
XYZ
it
things,
is.
like parties, or this was like obviously when I was in college, but I'm still close to like the current members of the frat, people that graduated, etc. And like I can see like points of view. Also like I could see like when they're talking about their own issues, I can see like how it makes them feel. And before I was kind of like, oh bro, men don't have feelings, bro. Like they just don't care about anything.
Yeah.
Like they like dump it and go, and they're
Yeah.
like they're chill. But like I've noticed like firsthand with the guy friends that I have, they like show me like that they actually hurt. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they have emotions and feelings, which is obvious. Like, but it's like crazy
Not
to see
something
it
that,
like.
a girl sees first.
Yeah, you don't see it often too. Like men don't really like talk about their feelings at all.
Yeah. That's that. So like when it comes to like guys and feelings, it like goes into like as far as like the mental health aspect of it. As
Yeah,
like
okay.
guys, we're like when I hang out with my guy friends, we're not gonna sit here and talk about this is how I felt today and this is my problem because we don't want to fucking hear that. Not even
That's a
that's the
problem.
wrong thing. That's the wrong thing to say. It's not that we don't want to hear it. Is that we don't want to talk about it. Mm-hmm. So because we don't talk about it, I say this too. I think. Let's say me and you are dating and me and you break up, right?
Yeah.
You break up and you go to your friends and talk about it, and like the girls are there for you. Your
Yeah.
girls are gonna text you every day, how you feeling? Let's go do this. Like let me get you out of the house. If a guy goes through it, like I'm going through, like let's say I'm going through the breakup, my guy friends, if I open my mouth about it, like yo guys, I'm struggling,
They're like-
then they'll come and help. Fine,
Yeah.
but like their help is like yo, like I get it, you're stuck, like it
like, let's
sucks,
get up.
but time
Yeah,
to
let's
fucking
go,
move,
we're
which
going
is
out.
which is the logical way of thinking, but the emotional aspect is, it's tough because like we do have feelings, but like it's hard for us to like be very vulnerable about them because it's not manly.
Yeah.
It's not like, oh my god, like this is how I feel, guys. Like it's very like kind of like pussy. It's pussy shit. Like
Yeah.
we don't want to talk about that shit, and it doesn't help us in the long run. And I think that that's what we look for as far as like when we're looking for a girlfriend. We want somebody that I can just be like, not unload my problems on you, but like let me like
Be comfortable sharing that stuff with.
digest my shit with you so that I can have somebody to talk about my shit with.
Yeah.
Because my guy friends, like I'm not gonna text my best friend like, dude, I was so sad today, so this fucking shit happened. Because
No.
for what? I'm gonna text my boy and be like, "Yo, we chilling or not? Like, what's going on? We're
Yeah,
gonna
I
hang.
get
When
you.
we hang out, we're talking about random bullshit that like is entertaining for the brain
Yeah.
of a guy.
You'd be surprised though. I don't. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't really feel like I like rely on my friends a lot for like my issues. Like whenever I need like advice and stuff.
Okay, but
like,
let's
I
take it away
don't-
from issues. I'll say it like this. And I know that this is true because you can see it on Instagram. Right now, an ugly girl posts a picture on Instagram, right? No, not because of anything, but for the sake of the conversation, an ugly girl posts a picture on Instagram, and there is 58 comments from 58 baddies going, "You're absolutely beautiful, you're absolutely gorgeous, go off, queen, slay," whatever the fuck you girls say to each other. An ugly guy posts a picture,
Slay.
there's not a single guy in his comments. And if it is, it's one of his best friends putting a fire emoji or some fucking dumb shit.
Fire,
There's
fire.
nobody coming for your savior. Like, no one's gonna come to help
I
you.
agree. I feel like women are more connected,
You
like
look out for each other.
emotionally. Yeah,
Well,
definitely.
yeah,
Emotionally.
like I
Girls-
definitely feel comfortable like going to my girlfriends. Like I've done it to Anna multiple times. Like just gone
Yeah,
to her
that's
apartment
why
and laid it on her. Like
I wouldn't agree with the statement that we're guys, girls. We just have a lot of guy friends and we have a lot of girlfriends. I'm like totally for the girls. Like if like I'm like I try to be the most loyal to my girlfriends as possible.
what I
like
think that he means by guys, girl though is just
Like, we
like,
just,
you
like,
can
hang
get
out.
along
You
with the
can
men.
hang out
Yeah,
with
like
them.
Oh,
you get
for
along
Like,
with
sure.
I'm sure you have girls in your friend group that like would probably struggle more than you would just hanging
sure,
out with
yeah.
9 dudes.
well, you know what's
Yeah.
crazy? Never was like that before college at all. I don't know what happened.
Neither
like
was I,
just I don't
actually.
even
Really?
know
Neither was
at
I.
all. No, I literally
I've
had
never
zero
been
guy
used to hanging
friends.
out with so many
Guys just
guys.
think I was
Really?
like boring
Ever.
or something. I don't know. They thought I was like too girly or I don't know. And I guess I like leveled with them. I don't know. I don't know what happened. I don't know what
No, I
happened.
was
matured
just
a
like
little bit.
super insecure in high school.
Yeah.
So like I was
Well, I think it's because you girls are also very logical thinkers. At the same time, you're emotional, but you're also logical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which helps gauge the gap between guys and girls because girls are emotional beings, guys are very logical beings. Not that we don't give a shit about emotions, but we don't want to talk about emotions.
Yeah.
If we're gonna talk about fucking shit, like let's be straight up about it.
Yeah.
When you girls come to us about your problems, we're not gonna be like, oh my god, but he's so nice.
Yeah.
Oh, but he did this. We're gonna be like, yo, this motherfucker doesn't like you.
Yeah.
He doesn't like you because if
You
he
know
did
what's-
like you, he'd do this.
It's what's crazy what you say about that is like I take pride like every guy that I've either been very very close to or like have had like somewhat of a relationship with, I take pride in the fact that like I'm able to kind of like let them be comfortable telling me that type of stuff.
Yeah.
Like that's important. Like that's how
It
you
is.
connect with people, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? So like and it sucks cuz like a lot of girls that's where like that toxic what is it? Fuck man mentality. Like I hate that because it's like not every guy is gonna hurt you. Like not every guy is out to get you in a way. Like I know like after you get heartbroken, you kind of like think that way. You're like, oh, fuck this, you know.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, like, I give
not
up.
everybody's like
I'm
that.
never doing this again.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I think the fuck men mentality, the girls that like preach that, I think those girls, why they say that, it's not because men are shitty, it's because you suck at picking guys.
Yeah.
You're so blind at like the fucking red flags that you're willing to just walk by them. So when you do get fucked over, it's fuck all men. No, it's not fuck all men. It's fuck the guys you choose because you're just not paying attention.
Well,
also
now I
feel
want to
like it
know though.
goes-
I want to know what your red flags in guys are. Like, what should we look out for in a guy? Like,
Effort. Right now, if you have to question yourself as a girl, if you have to question yourself as far as like, am I doing enough? Am I the one fucking up? Why isn't he giving me this energy? It's not you. It's that this guy doesn't really like you.
Okay, but what if they are doing that?
What do you mean? What if they are doing
what
that?
if they are putting in effort?
Then they like you. Then they're like, I will only give you the energy. I will only give you the energy that I like you, of like paying attention to when you're texting me. I have 200 something unread text messages on my phone. But if I really like,
1,000.
It's true.
I don't pay
it's
attention
true.
to text messages. But if I like you, the only messages I'm paying attention to is when
Are
your phone,
yours.
when your text hits my phone.
Yeah.
If I like you, I'll set up dates. If I like you, I'll plan things. I won't just be like, hey, it's Friday night. You want to come drink? Like,
Yeah.
I'll be like, hey, it's Friday. You want to go get...
Come with me.
You want to come to dinner? We'll get something to eat. If after you want to go get drinks with our friends, we can meet up with everybody after. It's the valiant effort that you put in as a guy that shows if I actually do like you or not. If you think I'm not putting enough effort, it's not because you're doing something wrong. It's because I don't like you enough to give you that kind of energy. That's what it
Yeah.
is.
I feel like it's kind of obvious in a way.
It's
too.
extremely obvious because we're not emotional. We're logical.
Yeah, it's-
And if I'm not giving you the energy, but at the same time when it's one-on-one, I'm like, oh, I like you, oh, I this, oh, I that. But I don't give you that in public, I'm playing your ass.
I've even had it where like they give you the attention in public, but then like you don't see them until like the weekends. Like they'll like just reach out to
Because
you.
you're just
only to hang
a
out with them
weekend girl. You're just a weekend girl.
But, like even if you don't do anything with them, like it's not even like I'm doing anything.
Yeah, but
like,
we're working up
sexual
to
with
it.
them.
But we're working up
but
to
it's
it.
not gonna happen. Like
But to us, it's like we're waiting for you to fold.
Yeah, they put
I'm
them.
not gonna
They put us
fold.
in your pocket.
No,
is what it is.
I'm not saying you specifically, but we're so accustomed to girls that are going to fold.
Yeah.
What ruins
That's
it
why
for you
sometimes
girls?
I get confused. I'm like, I mean, like I'm not gonna do anything. So why
But-
do you keep asking me?
But what
Like,
ruins it for you girls is the 19 girls we just spoke to that were all whores for us. And then we meet a good girl and we're like, she's just gonna fall eventually. She's just like the rest of them. When you end up not doing it, is when we just pick up our shit and bounce. And then you're like, oh, he ghosted me. Oh, he's not talking to me anymore. Oh, we cut it
Then
off.
that's also fucked up because you just literally ruined a friendship that you could have had with the person that potentially could.
Yeah, but we don't want to be your friends.
Yeah. Okay. So that's.
Like the relationship that we have is different from like
Yeah.
if we started off like we were like a thing.
Yeah, obviously.
It's
Yeah.
a different relationship. We were always friends. Like, it never was anything past that. So like we can genuinely have a friendship here. If we were something before, it's very difficult to have something with somebody as different opposite gender and like platonically have a friendship.
Yeah.
Platonically.
I agree.
It's tough.
It's
tough
super
because
hard
the minute we hook up,
to detach.
I'm like, okay, but we've hooked up before. Like maybe like let's
I
hook
should.
up
Again.
again. Maybe we'll just hook up again. Like it's a difficult. So like one of my best girlfriends is, I'll say it's fucking Sunny. I love Sunny, but like me and Sunny have been best friends for years, and it's always been platonical. I always go to her with any issue I have with girls. She'll come to me with any issue she has with guys. What's up, bro? Marcus popped his head in here. Huh?
You almost done it now.
We got some. We still got some time here, bro.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Good time.
Why? Literally, why?
He's,
Literally, you're such a.
close the door. But I think if you want a solid relationship with a guy, you keep it extremely platonical. You don't make
Yeah.
it sexual. You don't make it flirty. You don't make it like maybe we'll kiss one day. No, it has to be straight up platonical because the minute you hook up, you lose a friendship.
As in the relationship, as in friendship, is what you're saying. Yeah. Friendship.
Yeah. Like as a friendship
Yeah.
relationship.
Yeah.
If the minute you hook up, I will
Oh,
no
I
longer.
agree.
I can't like not
you-
see past the fact that we had hooked up before.
I mean, I agree with that.
Yeah.
I agree with that. That's almost.
It died. So bringing it back to what we were saying. So like basically if you want a relationship with a guy, extremely platonical, keep it straight up. Like it's just like we're straight up friends. Like I'll talk to you about my problems. There is no flirting. There is no potential like we're gonna hook up. Because the minute you hook up is the minute you lose the guy. Gone.
Yeah.
You've lost him as a friend and now he sees you as an option. And that's what you don't want. That's when guys become scummy and that's when all of a sudden Fulano became a dickhead out of nowhere. It's
Yeah.
not
I
out
feel
of
like
nowhere.
I don't really rely on guys for my problems though. Like I've never ever gone to a guy and been like, oh, I'm going through this. Like I need your help.
But I think you should have guy friends that could give you that advice because the most honest answer you're gonna get is from a guy. Because your girls are gonna cater to your feelings.
That's true.
The girls are always gonna cater to your feelings. Us guys, why we don't reach out to each other, as far as like when it comes to like our problems, is not because I'm embarrassed. It's because I'm gonna get a dry ass fucking answer anyways that I already know.
Yeah.
I already know I gotta pick my shit up and get it together. Like.
But I feel like a guy's gonna give me the same dry ass answer. He's gonna be like,
But it's
I
gonna
don't
be the
fucking know, he
but it's
doesn't
gonna
like
be the
me.
It's
right
true.
answer.
It's
It's
gonna
gonna
be
be
the
the right
truth.
answer. It's
Yeah.
not that I don't want that dry ass answer. Is that I already know that dry ass answer. I know I gotta get my shit together. I know
Yeah.
I gotta fucking move on. I know that answer, so I'm not looking for that answer to be repeated back to me. I'm looking for a hug. I'm looking for somebody to just be
support,
like, it's
yeah.
gonna be okay. But you're not gonna get that from your
You
boys.
do need that like emotional support. Yeah.
Listen, guys don't get held enough. Guys
Yeah.
don't get held. Listen, when it's Sunday, I'm single. On Sundays, sometimes it's not that I even want like a girlfriend. It would be nice to like put on a little hoodie, put on a movie, and like just cuddle up next to somebody. Like that's just
Yeah.
like a nice
Yeah, of
feeling.
course.
It's a wholesome feeling. Like,
Yeah. Vice versa too. Like girls are like. I mean,
Yeah.
women are like that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, but girls are like that way more. Like
for sure.
we for sure think about that way more
Yeah,
often.
I need it like in a relationship. I need that emotional like stability and connection.
Yeah,
with
in a
somebody.
relationship,
like, I need them
for
to
sure,
understand.
like I would
me.
expect it, like out of like my significant other, like for me to like not like rely on him for like my problems, but just like be able to like
Comfort
just,
your
like,
problems.
yeah, like comfort me for like whatever I need, like whatever it is, whether it's like work, like I'm going through something shitty at work, or like I got into a fight with one of my friends that I can't talk to like my girlfriends about. Like I would want that from like a guy, but like I wouldn't say that I look for it in like my guy friends.
I mean, I just mean it more like I think if you want like the most truthful answer,
You go to
like the
guy
most
for sure.
black and
Yeah.
white answer is you're gonna get it from a guy.
Yeah.
Well, would you say like, cause kind of piggybacking on what we were talking about, would you say like a girl being emotionally like supportive for you is something that you need in a relationship? Like, what do you look for?
Absolutely.
Like, what do guys need and
But like,
want
what
in
if
a
a girl's
relationship?
being emotionally supportive and like you guys aren't in a relationship yet? Like she's just like, I don't know, I wouldn't say like overbearing, but she's just like supportive. Like she's a supportive human. Like she asks you how you are. Like
I think that's extremely attractive, but it's also a tricky game to play if you're a girl because that's how you get manipulated.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, you also have to take into account that most guys are assholes too. And if we have a game, if there's a game to be played, we'll take the line. Like, you give an inch and we'll take an arm. I think when it comes to like a girl, like what we really want is just like number one, like somebody that can work and understand my schedule. I'm not somebody that's like extremely like 24/7. You want to do something, I'm down. Like I got shit to do too. I understand like if like let's say I have like a guy thing. I'm gonna go hang out with the boys. Like I like to play poker, whatever. I'm gonna go play poker with the boys. Like if you're gonna bitch at me every single time I'm gonna do that, that's gonna get annoying. Now, granted, should I do it every single time? Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
it's not their
I have to
choice.
separate time from my girlfriend
Yeah.
or whatever potential partner.
Yeah.
I think at least for me, what I'm looking for is somebody that can work on or is okay with like the schedule that I have, like can work with me with it. And honestly, just like understand like the mindset that I have for what I'm doing. Like if
Yeah.
you're questioning me, like if you don't like, I have a podcast, right? And then I have a solar company, both things that I manage on my own, whatever.
Yeah.
If you're questioning me, like, oh, maybe you should just like every single time I mention my business, but like go back to school, like maybe do something else, like that's just gonna get annoying to me.
Yeah, obviously.
Because like I
Yeah.
already
They're not
know
supporting- that's not
school is
supportive,
this, like I
though.
understand, but like I'm doing this, so like either support it or bounce. Like I don't need a mom. I have a mom. I have that already. Don't play mom. Play girlfriend.
Yeah.
Girlfriend is supportive. Girlfriend's gonna be here to listen to me when I'm annoyed or I'm frustrated or the
Yeah.
guy did this or I had a shitty day at work. This guy didn't close the deal, whatever. But be there for that. Don't be here to tell me why are you out late? Why are you only hanging out with Bowie on Tuesdays? Why are we only watching a movie today? It's Wednesday. Why don't we go eat? Like work with me here. I understand like you should take a girl out on dates, but like I don't like girls that are like we can only like why don't you take me out on dates all the time? Like yo, dates are expensive. We're 24.
Yeah.
Like it's like you're gonna eat for free. We don't eat for free. It comes out of our
Yeah.
paycheck.
Yeah.
And don't like at the same time, we're not assholes. Like if I have a girlfriend and I'm working and I'm making money, I take into account like this is my money, but this is also the like extra money that I have to spend on my girlfriend. Whether it's a gift or it's a dinner, or it's like look at like the little gestures that we give off. Like
Yeah.
I can pay for an entire vacation, right? I take you on vacation. We're dating, right? We go, let's say, make it easy. Let's say we do a 5-day cruise. I pay $600 for me, $600 for you. You don't do anything. When we get back from that cruise, on the way back home, you buy me Chick-fil-A. You pay for that Chick-fil-A. You just made up for that fucking cruise.
Yeah.
To me. It's the little fucking things for us.
It is the little things.
It's the little things. Don't pull up to Chick-fil-A and then just expect me to continue swipe. I'll swipe it, sure. But if you go, oh, like, I'll pay
You
the
literally
Chick-fil-A.
just
You just took
bought
me on
us a whole
vacation.
vacation.
That takes the trip, like, it's the same thing in our fucking heads.
Yeah.
I got you here, you got me here.
Yeah, because it shows that like the girl cares enough to do something.
We're working
Like,
together.
It's
We're
not
working
like
together.
she just expects for you to pay all the time.
I agree with that too, but then it comes like everything that everybody says like let a man be a man, let a man wine and dine, let a man.
My
a
mom
little
has
bit,
always
a little
been
bit.
like
Like,
Which
let
I
a man-
agree.
let-
I'm like a
when-
partnership type of person.
When you're getting it, like, let's say, like, intimacy, right? Like, when you're in a relationship, like, let's say, like, in a sexual context, I don't like when a girl initiates it. I let the guy do it. Because the guy's going to do it regardless. But, like, a part of me as a guy is, like, if it gets initiated on your part, I feel, like, less of a man.
Yeah,
'cause
you
I-
feel inferior.
Like,
yeah.
let me be a man here. If a man talks shit in public, don't mouth out for me. Let me fucking handle it, because I'm the guy. Because then you mouth off and he says something to you, and now I'm 100% I have to
Yeah.
fight now. I can handle it. I can voice my own opinion. Like, there are little moments where, like, let the guy be the guy. I think intimacy is one of them. I think out in public in an argument, don't bark at a guy you don't know. If
Yeah.
your boyfriend, let him deal with it. If it's obviously an extreme situation, sure, butt in. But, like, most of the time, a guy goes out and argues. It's a fucking quick thing.
Yeah,
it's
it's not
fuck
really
you,
a fight.
fuck you from a mile away, and people get in between. Whatever, go fuck yourself. Let's go take shots.
Yeah.
Here you go, champion of the fucking music.
Oh.
What? I mean, I'm sipping and I'm talking. Yo, can you lower the music a little bit? That'd be great. These guys are sickos right now.
Having a party outside.
I was gonna ask. So again, talking about like what we were talking about. I feel like, do you? Because sometimes guys always say like, "Oh, Anna, people are like, I mean, I don't know if this is true. I don't know. Correct
Maybe
me if I'm wrong."
I'll let you know.
that people are like intimidated by the fact that women are very like self-sufficient and they know what they want in life, and it's like when you're not in the same like caliber, it's because like it makes them insecure. Or
a little
whatever.
bit. I think independence is a masculine trait. I think, and don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I think women should be more or less independent, but I think the way I go through life and the way you go through life is different, in the sense that like when you're picking a career, right? You're picking a career that in your head could sustain you.
Yeah.
What you want, your needs, your apartment, your bags, your clothes, your food, your water, whatever the fuck. When I'm picking a career, I'm thinking, what can sustain me,
my
a
family,
wife, a kid, private school, fucking car loans.
We're basically just like the surplus. Like,
you're an additive benefit to our income, but in reality, I'm planning a life for 6 people.
Yeah.
You're planning a life for 1 person and a partner that can boost your life already. I'm planning already a life for 6 people, 5 people minimum.
Yeah.
5 people minimum. A wife and 3 kids. I want at least 3 kids.
Oh, you want 3 kids?
Yeah, I would like at least 3 kids. 2 guys and a girl last.
no,
but
I want 2 girls and a boy.
yeah, my friends always say I'm gonna get cursed and God's gonna.
You're gonna get fucked.
Give you
and you're
3
not
girls.
only
No, God's gonna give me like triplet OnlyFan whores.
Oh my
Like,
God,
that's what I'm
stop.
gonna get.
My
I
parents
sure hope
tried
not.
with 3 kids. We're 3 girls.
My
They didn't
gosh,
try for
bro, that's
4.
like the
No
fucking
way,
worst.
really? Oh my gosh.
Yeah, of course not, because
How's
now
it
you're playing
twins,
Russian
so?
roulette.
Yeah.
You're just playing Russian. My dad got lucky.
No
He had
shot.
me first, and now he got 2 girls after. I'm hoping I at least get a boy first.
But
at
you want
least.
2 boys. You want 2 boys and
I
1
would
girl.
love 2 boys because I think girls that grow up with 2 big brothers, or I think girls that grow up with 2 big brothers come out the best, because you have at least one brother's a D-gen, at least one brother has his shit together, and then the girl can like understand and learn from both of them. Understand and learn from both of them.
I mean, this is like, dude, it's so far away. I can't even imagine myself having kids right now, but like in the future, a boy and a girl for sure. I'd probably want
No,
the
I want
boy
3.
older than the girl.
Yeah, just
probably.
because like I have sisters, right? One of my sisters, the closest one in age to me, is 20. She's turning 21 in September.
Mm-hmm.
She's learned so much just from watching me interact with girls that
Yeah.
she knows the bullshit. I show her the bullshit. She knows the difference
are the
between.
bullshit.
I am the bullshit.
Yeah, you
She
are.
knows the difference between when I bring a girl and I'm like, this is a whoa, and this is a girl I'm introducing the family to. She knows immediately. The minute that
What
girl
it-
walks through the door.
What is it? I want to know.
It's
What do I
just-
need to know?
It's the presentation of it. It's like if I'm bringing a girl that I genuinely like, that this is potential, and I'm bringing her to the family for the first time, I'm like, hey guys, X is coming over. I really like her. Like, let's play. Like, let's be respectful. Everybody, she's gonna introduce you guys. If I'm bringing a whoa, I'm like, yo guys, I'm gonna be in
Can
my
I
room.
ask something and then you bleep it? Did you do that?
No, she didn't.
Yeah, she did. We were literally in that couch.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
that
but
was
that's
like
like a
friendships.
pre-game. That's like a pre-game setting.
Fair,
Like,
fair.
that's not the same thing.
Okay, fair.
Yeah. But I think it's just the presentation you give your family. It's not, which is not something you're
Yeah.
gonna see. But you can see it because if like if I bring a girl in and I'm like, yo dad, this is X, and we sit down and have a conversation with my dad or my sisters or my mom or whatever, like that's way bigger than, hey dad, this is X, we're going to my room, bye. And we
Yeah,
just
Yeah,
walk
yeah,
away.
I mean, that's obvious. Yeah, that's
I mean,
obvious.
I don't know. I guess it's different for guys. I was about to ask, like, you would just bring, like, a girl that, like, you're just, like, talking to your house? Like, I wouldn't.
Yeah, me neither.
I wouldn't.
I mean, it's different for me because like I'm whatever, like I'm 24 and like I
I
think
mean, I'm 22, but still, like, I'm not going to bring some guy that I'm just,
but I'm
like,
a
fucking
guy.
around with to
But I'm
my
a
house.
guy, so like
Yeah.
they've seen it already. They've seen it plenty of times. Like girls come in and out. Like not like the girls come in and out. Not the girls come in and out, but like
no, girls come in and out, Camino. Putongolo, putongolo,
putongolo.
putica fly, putongolo. That's
Everybody
exactly
needs
what
to
it
know
is.
what the word putongolo is.
Yeah, it's created by Anna, but I'm not sure when I created it and where and how. And
Another word,
what's-
gorgonzola.
Gorgonzola. When
That's like
someone's
food, right?
Gorgonzola.
It is a food,
I
but
mean-
like when somebody looks really good, you can
You're
say
like
you
gorgonzola.
look gorgonzola.
Gorgonzola.
I made that up. I literally made that up out of nowhere. Putica fly comes from my guy big, Joseph Sidera. Shout out to you. You're not gonna watch this, but comes from him. He started like telling me like, bro, she's a putica fly, and I'm like, what? What's a putica fly? And he's
I
like,
like that.
dude, like a fly. What does a fly do? It goes from fruit to fruit to fruit and sucks juice from fruit to fruit to fruit. And he's like, putica
Fly.
You already know the gist of what that means. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna use that from now on. She's a putica fly. No, literally putica
I
fly.
remember the first time you said putongola to me, I looked at you and I was like, what the fuck did you just say?
That's for sure Venezuelan. Like, I'm
It is
sorry.
Vene- it is Venezuelan, but it's not putongola. It's putonga. I asked my mom.
Putonga.
Putonga.
Putongola tombola sounds better.
Putongola because it sounds like tombola.
Yeah, I think I
You
just
made it up. You made it up.
like put it together. Like I just put them all together.
As far as like introducing people to your parents, you girls only introduce guys that like are serious.
Yeah, for sure.
I've only introduced my parents to one person.
Yeah,
Like,
guys, like something
formally.
that you're serious with.
Me too.
Formally.
Like two guys, and they were both my boyfriends.
Yeah, yeah.
Obviously different
Actually, I'm
kinds.
lying. My first boyfriend in high school, two people. But like honestly, like I don't, dude. Sometimes I forget that you know what I mean. Like you forget
Yeah.
that stuff happened. You're like what? Like one time, my parents asked me like, "Oh, how's X person?" And I was like, "Who?" And they were like, "Dude." Like obviously they were joking around with me, and I'm like, "Oh, I literally forgot that even happened." Like, honestly. But this was like, dude, I was like 16.
Yeah.
Like some borderline 10 years later. Like it's like so far away. But yeah, no, it's like super serious for me. Like I get so nervous too.
I
Like
wouldn't say it's like serious. I mean, it's serious. It's
No,
just like I'm
it's
not.
serious for me.
I don't know. Like I don't want to.
It's very serious for me.
I just don't want to like bring
Very
somebody like
serious.
to my house and then like, God forbid, like they meet my whole family, something happens and like it doesn't work out between us, and then I leave my whole family.
Because
with
you're
the,
because you're
"Oh,
a
it
girl, it's
happened."
different. I feel like for me, like from a guy's perspective, it's like, yo, like
feel like-
vibe, like that was just another like whatever. Like if it's serious, like let's sit and talk. Like we're
Yeah.
gonna chit chat. Like if there's a whole family thing here, like hey guys, this is presentation. Talk to her. Let's have a time.
Yeah,
I
I
feel
feel
like when
like-
a guy's introducing you to his family, like you know it's like serious. Like it's not like you're not playing.
But like
games
pay
there.
attention to the introduction though.
Well, yeah, obviously.
Because if it's
not-
like, yo, this is Kathy. And,
Yeah, we're gonna
and
go
then,
hang out
I'm
now."
gonna go watch a movie with her. Bye. That's not serious.
No, if
if
you
it's yo,
stay
this
there
is
and you have a
Kathy.
conversation.
Cool girl. Like this is my dad. This is my mom. Blah blah. Like guys. Blah blah blah. Talk.
That's all talk. Yeah, like and I feel like also like the guy will tell you before like you're gonna meet my parents today.
Yeah.
you know
Big
what I mean?
difference. Big
like
difference.
you're gonna meet my parents today.
Yeah.
So
Big
you
difference.
know,
If
like
it's
you
just
better look
if it's just if
nice.
it's just come over, that's different.
That's fucking
that's different from
weird.
hey, we're gonna have dinner with my parents. Hey, we're gonna hang out with my parents today. Come over. I want to
Oh,
introduce you.
I get
Big
so
fucking
hot
difference.
thinking about that. Like, oh
Big
my god,
fucking
it's so
difference.
scary. Like,
I haven't
it-
met my parents in a minute.
Yeah.
No.
Which is like also another reason why I'm like
Me?
I'm being like super like pretentious or like picky
Yeah.
as far as like who I put myself in our next relationship with, because I'm sick and tired of meeting a mom, meeting a dad, creating a relationship with them, and then they just like die. Like
Yeah.
they just like they literally just die. Like you're no longer a part of my fucking life.
Yeah, literally feels like a death.
They
Like,
can
yeah.
they literally just
You're like,
bury
they
them.
just
You're
don't
And
never
me
gonna talk to
personally,
them.
like I get like super like hyper, not. Yeah, I get like involved. Like I get like emotional
Yeah.
with like the family. Like they're like my second family now, and so like when that shit is over, that fucks
It's
with
like
you.
they
it's like
die.
you never want to
Yeah.
do it again.
I never
don't
really-
ever want to deal with that again.
I've never gotten that opportunity. Like when high school, like my boyfriend, my ex-boyfriend in high school, like I barely even talked to his parents, and then after that, I
No,
haven't really
I was
gotten
like
that opportunity.
really close with like
Yeah.
my ex-boyfriend's
I
parents.
feel like I would want
to
would
be,
be at the
though.
house and like he wouldn't even be there. Like,
Yeah,
wow.
my first girlfriend in high school, I remember like I was the one that ended the relationship, but I remember thinking like one of the big factors as to like why I didn't break it off sooner was because I was like I didn't want to let go of the family. It wasn't even so much
Same.
about her. It was like
A lot
fuck,
of the times
I
you
love
think
her
about the
brothers.
family.
I love her
Damn, that
dad. I love her
sucks.
mom, and like I have to essentially go off, and like they just die now.
Yeah, like you literally never
They're
see
just
them again.
dead.
You can't
Yeah,
text
it's
them.
so-
And I've
you
done
don't
so
know
much with them.
anything.
Like they just gone
Yeah,
forever.
they become family.
Yeah, yeah,
They
yeah.
literally become family.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
like you end up going on vacation with them, you make memories.
You do
with
so
them,
much
like,
shit with
yeah,
them.
like especially if it's like a long-term relationship. Like it was only for me like 2 years, but like I can't imagine anything longer than 2 years. It would have broken me completely. Like
Yeah, that's my longest
Absolutely not.
relationship. 2 years.
yeah, that's my longest relationship, and
2
it's
years.
fucking short as shit.
I don't know. I
Which is
can't
crazy to
even
think.
tell
Like
you,
we're one day gonna be married for like 20 years or some crazy shit. I mean,
That's
hopefully,
actually wild.
hopefully.
Dude, when I was
Oh.
younger, I used to have like this idea in my head. Like I had like a plan. Like by like 25, I was gonna be married. I was gonna have kids by like 27.
I'm still on track for my
Fuck
plan.
that.
I'm still on track.
My plan has changed.
I just feel like my plan has changed. Like as I've grown, like I've learned like that's not how that's gonna work now. Like
Yeah.
Like I feel like times have changed a lot. Like people aren't having kids young. They're not getting married young. Like
Which I think is bad.
It is
Why?
bad.
Why do you think
it
it's
is
bad?
bad? But in
I-
our case, it's good. Continue. You can go ahead.
I think it's bad because I think the reason the people are having kids later now is because we're becoming so desensitized to just having sex with people.
Yep.
the casual fucking
Don't even
hookups.
talk to me about that
The
stuff. I
casual
hate
fucking
casual
just sleeping
stuff.
around. Like, we're so desensitized to it that, like, it seems normal. I go out, I take out a girl on 2 or 3 dates, and I'm already expecting sex. That's just how the game is.
Bro. I'm here like, you know when people say like, oh, I hooked up with her, and I'm here thinking like, oh my god, you guys made out? Oh my god, you guys made out. But like, they don't mean that. They literally mean like, pee.
Yeah, but like it's not like the right way of thinking.
Yeah, no,
It
no.
sucks that like
I
that's
agree.
what I expect off of like 2 or 3 dates. When back in the day,
That's why I don't like
you
going on
got
dates
put through like a
anymore.
30 date fucking split.
Yeah.
There was a thing on the Manny and Marcus podcast that he had said that Marcus had said it's like this like whole inflation thing
Yeah.
where it's like we have to work 10 times harder now to get a girl that's 100 times worse than our grandmother for our grandparents' relationships. It's a 10 times harder of a job to get a decent girl, and that girl's 100 times worse than your grandmother was. Our grandparents were not up with the shits. They were not sleeping around. They weren't crazy fucking locas. They were
Yeah.
respectable
Okay,
They
but
weren't
fucking
just
putombras.
women.
because like people are
They
sleeping
weren't
around doesn't mean
putombras.
that everyone's sleeping
Yes,
around.
but here's the problem. Let's differentiate
Okay,
now,
but
right?
now
Let's
that's
put
where,
10
like-
people in front of us at the club. Who's sleeping around and who isn't? It's impossible
you
to
don't
tell.
know, but like okay, that's
But you're
when,
not
like,
gonna find a partner at a club, bro.
But the good girls go to the club and the good guys go to the club too. They're just hanging out with the crazy people.
Yeah.
I mean, I agree because I go clubbing, but I consider myself a pretty good girl. Like
Okay.
I like.
So do I,
But
but
would you
the
say,
other
okay,
thing
but let's
is-
be realistic. Would you say every single one of your friends are absolutely respectable, class act fucking women? Because I'll tell you right now.
The friends that I surround myself with are pretty.
Okay,
I
but
think,
every
yeah,
single one
I've
of them,
had
would you
this
say every single
conversation
one
with-
of them?
Well, I actually wanted to talk about this on this podcast because I think it's something super important. Because post grad life, like having, like I used to have like plethora of friends. Like it was like insane. Like I had friends all over the place.
Yeah.
I guess maybe now so you would call it like acquaintances. Like I had like a lot of acquaintances now. Now it's like, bro, my circle is like so small. So like the people I surround myself with are people that like I know will make me a better person in XYZ reason. Like for whatever. Like you give and you take like from everybody that you surround yourself with. So like for me, I mean, I don't try to surround myself with people like that. But I mean, like at a club, you're right. Like it's almost impossible to pick.
It's
pick
almost
out.
impossible.
It's almost
It is
impossible.
impossible. It is impossible.
Yeah.
Because I can walk out with a great guy and we're completely 2 different people.
Yeah.
2 different people. But we're in the same fucking group.
Wait, what did you just say? I could walk. What did you?
We're completely 2 different people.
But you were saying you could walk
I
into.
can go out with a great guy. Because I'm a type of guy right now where
So you're
I'm not
admitting
looking. No, I'm not saying I'm an asshole, but I'm very straightforward. I'm not looking for a relationship right now.
Okay.
I'm in a place where I'm focusing on my career and getting my ducks in a row. Where
Yeah.
I think involving myself with anybody right now is only gonna hurt somebody because I'm not ready, and I know I'm not, and I'm very straight up about it. I think in high school I would play around with it more. Like I'd, like paint this facade of like I'm gonna paint you this picture. I'm gonna be your boyfriend. Blah blah blah. Now I'm way more like, hey, I feel any amount of affection that you might like me, and I'm like, let me hit the brakes. If this is not what you want, let's cut it now because I'm not in a position to date anybody right now, and it's not because of you. It's because of where I am mentally and like what. Like I'd rather not fuck you over.
I mean,
I also feel like
I'd
people
rather
don't
just
talk
cut the
about it
tie.
enough.
I'd rather just cut the
That's
tie.
the way it should be. Like you're supposed to like.
But the
talk
problem
about
is,
that
the problem
in the
is, you
beginning.
do that as a guy, and now you're an asshole.
Or
Now
you
that-
get
That's
scared
not
as a
true.
guy and you don't do it, and then
That's
the
not
girl
true.
I
never
don't even think
asks.
it's scared.
I don't
you
think
know
that's
where I
true.
think the fear comes from. I think this being scared comes from you're scared of watching her go hook up with someone else. Because guys are very
Obviously.
possessive.
Yeah.
We're very possessive creatures. We want control. We want to be able to be like, that's mine. Whether I'm dating you or not, that's mine.
Yeah.
And the minute I have to go, I cannot date you. You have to run with someone else. Just the sight of seeing it is like just fucking rubs you the wrong
Yeah,
way.
it does rub you
It
the wrong
rubs you the wrong way.
I don't agree with you though. I don't agree with you. Like.
What don't you agree with?
I think that if a guy is straight up and says like, "Hey, look, this is not what I'm looking for," like I don't want anything serious, like right from the get go. The girl either makes a decision. I mean, at least like a high value woman in a way, like
Go
makes
on,
a decision.
go on.
Yeah.
Some girls are stupid as fuck though. Like the guy will literally tell you to your face, "I don't like you and I don't want to be with you," and they will still fucking come around
Come
every
on.
single fucking weekend.
Preach.
And, like no matter what, like it's annoying.
I mean,
It's annoying.
It's true, but like I'm saying from my perspective, I'm not some little girl that's gonna be like, "Oh yeah, I'm fine. You don't want me?
if a guy
You don't want me? I'm
told
gonna
straight
make
up,
you want me."
I don't
Like,
want
no.
anything with you. I'd be like, fair.
Say it again.
You're never gonna see me again. That's
yeah,
it. Like,
and I've had a guys tell me that before. And I've been like, okay, peace out. You know what? Like, I
Peace out,
respect-
8 times.
yeah, like I respect the fact that you told me
I
you want
respect you
nothing
for
to
that.
do with me. Now, respectfully, watch me piece the fuck out, and you're never gonna see me.
Yeah.
again.
No,
I
I'll say
respect that.
hi.
But that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah,
That's
like,
a fair
I'm
response.
never gonna talk shit. Like I'll say hi. I don't mind. Like it's never like a bad blood thing. It's just like I don't owe you anything. Like we don't
You
owe
don't-
each other
yeah,
anything. That's
yep,
it. It's over.
Yep.
Yeah, I always tell people, like my friends, for example, like if Kathy is having like boy problems, I'm like, okay, like if they're telling you something that's difficult to say, like if they're saying something that's difficult and it's gonna make it like inconvenient for them, believe their words,
Yep.
not their actions.
Yep.
But if it's the opposite, like believe notice their actions, not their words, because like men are like, you guys are like, how do you say this? It's not affirmation. It's love languages. Like acts of service, like you guys do acts. Like most men, their love language is like acts of service.
Yeah.
Like, you doing things for women because
Yeah.
it makes
I'm
you
a-
feel more
I'm a
masculine.
I'm a big in a relationship. I'm a big
Yeah.
gift guy. Big gift
Really?
guy.
Yeah,
Big gift guy. Out of nowhere, I'll just drop, hey, here's this necklace I saw for you. Boom, hit you with it. That's like, because I really like you. If you're not getting that shit, bitch, I don't like you.
I don't like you. I don't really like you. I don't
really
think of
like
you on a
you.
day-to-day basis. It's true.
When I really like somebody, I'm a big gift giver too. Like
I
just,
love
like,
it.
Random
I
ass
love it.
shit.
And,
Like,
like,
oh, I
I'd
saw
rather-
this shirt and like I thought you would look great in it. Like
And where
here.
I'm like crazy with it is like, I'll look at a $40 shirt for myself and I'll go, fuck, that's so expensive. And then I'll look at $500, whatever the fuck she
Yeah,
told me
like,
she
she'll
likes,
look
and I'm
good in
like,
that.
boom, swipe the card.
That's super sweet.
No
I like
fucks
that.
given.
No
I
fucks
think
given.
my first boyfriend, I was like 17. I didn't even have like a stable job. I bought that motherfucker with my own fucking money a pair of Yeezys when
Doesn't
they
that
were
feel-
like
it feels good, though.
expensive. Of course.
Wow.
Feels good.
Of course. I literally gave it to him and I was like, I know nobody's gonna top this motherfucking gift. Take it.
For me, it's not
Take
about the
it.
money. It's about like the meaning
It's-
behind
yeah,
the
it's
gift.
not-
for me.
But like,
not
I'm a
about
sicko
it.
with it. Like,
Yeah.
I know it's the
Obviously,
meaning,
though,
but
like,
I
if
want
I
it to
bought-
be like big. Like,
Yeah,
Yeah,
like,
I mean,
it's
that's-
big,
that's
but like
sweet.
it obviously
Like,
had meaning.
extravagant.
Like I bought him the Yeezys because we had talked about it before. Like I knew he wanted them. It's not like I was
Yeah.
just like, oh.
I'm also
I
like
the
a little
way
bit
that
of like a
the-
little hopeless romantic. Like I'm big on like every now and like maybe like once every 6 months, like I'll write you some shit, leave it there. I won't tell you. Like I'll leave it like in the glove box and I'll be like, hey,
Guys,
like
don't do that.
checks the glove box.
Oh, I love that. I'm the most hopeless romantic out of all the hopeless romantic. Like my favorite
I'm
movie
like
is
super
literally The
naive. I've
Notebook.
like learned to like not be as naive as I used
Yeah.
to be.
I mean, but being a hopeless romantic doesn't mean you're naive. Like just because
No,
I'm a
I
hopeless
don't think-
romantic, but
I'm
I
a
don't
hopeless
take shit from
romantic.
anybody anymore. Like
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be like, okay,
I'm a hopeless romantic, but like I guess I just don't think about it then because I've
But
been
like,
so. Like,
I'm a hopeless romantic in the sense that like I'll talk to a girl and I'll know with like let's say I meet a girl, right? Let's say like tonight, right? I'm going to a corner club. I'll talk to a girl, and as I'm talking to that girl, whether she's attractive or not, I'm in my head like, can I date this girl? Can I show this girl my
Aw,
parents?
really?
Yeah. And if
Actually?
the answer is no, it's balanced. If the answer is yes, it's like let's see where this goes. Yeah, I'm down to keep talking. You wanna get
Really?
shots? Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
I didn't
I feel
think
like
I
girls are
didn't
like
think that
that
you were
too,
like that at
though.
all.
Yeah.
I've
Girls are like
steered
that,
away.
right?
I've steered away from
Yeah.
that. In the beginning, I'd be like, you know,
I fantasize hard. I fantasize hard.
I used to
I
fantasize
fantasize a
hard.
lot.
But I'm also not like an idiot about it. Like, I'll
same.
like
Like, if
in
I
the
see-
moment I'm like haha, but like the next day I'm like nah, maybe not. You know.
Yeah, no, I mean, I used to fantasize before. You know, when you were younger, you used to like a guy. You'd be like, oh my god,
now more
whatever.
than ever, though, I'm
Styles.
trying to like not like entirely just like not. It's I wouldn't say like judge. I guess it's like. How do I explain it? Like you're like meeting somebody that like you're kind of interested in, but like you see like one wrong thing,
One
just,
little
like,
tick.
one little
little
thing,
tick.
and like usually you're like fuck it, I'm not doing it. Like it's just that one thing, but like you just don't like you already found that one thing, and you don't know if you're gonna find more. Like
Yeah,
I
yeah.
used to be very much like. If I found like one thing that I didn't like about you, it was like bye, like I can't do it. Like I'll hold on to that one thing forever,
do it.
and like
The
I
word
won't
is
forget
ick.
it. Like
I hate
it's-
that word,
I think
though,
for
the
me,
ick thing.
I think for me it's more like
It's
what
not an
what
ick, it's
mode
like-
what mode I'm in. Like right now I'm like emotions off. Like we're not working right now. We're working. We're not like emotionally working. We're logically working. Like we got shit to figure out right now. I'm 24. I gotta start getting shit moving. I want to buy a house soon. Like I want to do a bunch of different shit. So I have like that little like relationship trigger like kind of just like turned off. But it's not off. It's just really dialed down.
Yeah.
Can it turn on? Of course. If I meet the right person, I'm not gonna be an idiot about it either.
yeah.
But I am very big on if I don't feel it like immediately, and this is like a work in progress, I don't feel like working for it. If this isn't something I feel like boom, like I really like her, we get along great, blah blah blah, everything hits. then I'm down. But if it's not like, if this bus isn't fucking moving right now, I'm not fucking fixing the
I've
engine.
talked
I
about
agree.
this
I
with my
agree.
girlfriends before, and I've noticed that guys, like, they will really only get into relationships when, like, they know for a fact that, like, they're ready to be in one. That, like,
Yeah.
like they have to be, like, extremely ready. It's not about the girl at all. It's about when the guy.
It's about me.
Yeah.
It's about me.
It's
And
not
that's
about
like,
us.
That whole like cliche shit, the cliche saying like it's not me, it's you. Yo, like dead ass, it's not you, it's me.
Yeah, for
it's
real.
me.
That kind of sucks though.
For
'Cause
real,
what if
it's
you
like,
find what if
it's
you
like
find
a
the
light
right
bulb
girl
that
and
goes
But,
then
like,
off in a
I'll
guy's
know when
head.
it's the
Yeah,
right girl.
it's for them.
He's not ready. He's not ready.
It's a light bulb that goes off in their head. Like, it's not like, oh, like, I want to date this kid so bad. Like, he's not fucking ready for it. Like, the light hasn't gone off in his head yet. When it goes off in his head, he will have a girlfriend.
Yeah.
Like, he will.
Yeah.
Like, give it, like, a month.
Listen,
so you wouldn't say you have a
tomorrow-
girl like there that you're thinking about like under
Right
the
now?
rug? Yeah, under
No.
the rug
No.
at all.
Right now, no.
Right now, really?
I don't have anybody that I'm like considering, like I'm talking to
I'm not
right
saying
now.
that you're considering that you're talking to like
Do
somebody
I have
from
a,
your
do I have
Maybe,
a-
like,
yeah, do I
entertaining
have a
little
girl in my
people?
past and I'm like, oh, for sure.
Like,
I guess.
maybe
Yeah, I
in-
guess. Yeah.
yeah, maybe you can rekindle in the future. And
I
it's
don't
like
feel
this
like I can
whole
rekindle anything from my past.
romantic thing. Dude, I knew it. I knew it. Like everybody has somebody like that.
Yeah, I mean, I guess a little bit, but I think it's the way I also see it too is like things are also just so different now from like
Yeah.
what it was before.
Yeah.
So
That, like,
crazy.
that, like I think even like indulging into like a previous relationship, like as perfect as it may sound on paper, it's not gonna be the same because we're not the same people anymore.
Oh yeah, 100%.
We're not.
As soon as you break up, you're not the same.
We're not.
Break up,
We're not.
whatever.
You've done your shit. I've done my shit. I've gone through life a different way for the last X amount of time. You've gone through life a different way of X amount. So it's not the same relationship. I'm fantasizing something that isn't real.
Yeah, it
anymore.
doesn't
I think when I
exist.
was younger, I used to fantasize a lot, like, about, like, stuff like that. Like maybe one day, like, just getting back together with somebody from, like, your past or something.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, just, like,
But it won't be the same.
yeah, like, it's realistically never gonna fucking happen. And then second of all, if it does, like, it's not gonna work. Like, you already
Yeah.
tried it X how many other
I mean,
times, like-
I'd attest to that. My parents are a perfect example of like that's not
yeah,
true.
but that's
'Cause-
again,
Why?
that was how many years ago? That was a long ass time
I don't
ago.
care.
feel like
There's
the times
love
have
still
changed.
exists. So
Spit.
love still exists.
Love
but
does exist.
Love
It
exists,
does
and good
exist.
people
It's just
exist.
hard.
And it's super hard. But it's out there somewhere. But my parents,
Go get it.
my mom met my dad when she was 7. My dad was 11 in Venezuela. They've known each other all their lives. Like they lived like 2 miles away from each other. My dad, when he was 15, he moved to Miami, and then they separated. Like they would talk to each other on the phone like every other month. Like, but they were still like dating in a way.
Yeah, I want to remove that.
There you go. You don't have to
Drinks are
hide it.
hitting. Drinks are
You
hitting.
don't have to
I'm
hide
like,
it.
ooh. What are you saying?
But yeah, so like they were separated for like a long time. My mom dated other guys. My dad dated other women, like, and serious relationships too. And one day, like my dad called my mom on the phone, and my mom told my dad like, "What are you doing calling me? Like you have a girlfriend?" And my dad literally hung up the phone, picked up the phone, called his girlfriend. He was like, "Hey Glenda, it's over. Peace." Hung up, called my mom back. I'm single. Like literally,
There you go.
like that.
My parents have been together since they were 13, so like I've just always
Shit.
been like so fucking
Yeah.
retarded
Shit.
when it comes to that
But
stuff.
like, I wish I had that.
Yeah.
I would fucking cut my. Listen, I say this all the time. I would cut my right hand off to be in love tomorrow. Tomorrow.
know, I
to
love
be
being in love,
absolutely head
too.
over heels in love tomorrow.
It makes you so much like it's like a
Happier.
you're like a better person. Like,
Yeah.
you want to be good for them and for everybody
Because
around you.
I love my mindset when I'm in a relationship. Because I'm so like at least me when I'm in a relationship, everything that I'm doing in my life right now, I'm doing it selfishly. Like it's just for me.
Yeah.
When I'm in a relationship, everything that I'm doing is like I'm doing it for me and for her.
Yeah,
So it's like
it's beautiful in a way.
the mindset behind everything is different. Right now, it's extremely selfish. So like I have no problem like if this is what I want to do and you don't fuck with doing that, like peace the fuck out.
Yeah.
If I'm in a relationship, it's like, listen, this is what I'm thinking. What are you thinking? That's the change of mindset. What do you think about this?
Yeah, it becomes a partnership.
Exactly.
It's like a partnership.
It's literally like a
Yeah, like, you don't really make
getting
decisions
and
on
like
your
getting
own like
married
that.
is a fucking business. Like it's an investment.
yeah.
100%.
And like a big thing, especially like me and the guys say, and like correct me if I'm wrong, we think like girls care about a guy's future. Guys care about a woman's past. And a woman's past plays a big role for us because it's like that mindset of like it's back to like the possession thing, right? Like this is mine. We personally, as guys, and this isn't just me, this is guys across the board. We don't want to be able to be like, guys, I'm dating the girl that also hooked up with half of my friend group. We don't want that girl. We don't
Yeah.
want that girl.
Yeah.
We want the girl that's like, here's this new girl no one knows, or if you do know her, no one's done anything with her, and like, here she is. I'm presenting you gladly, not here she is. And
Like I know
the
you,
three
you,
guys in
you,
the
and you
back.
have hooked up with her.
Yeah, 'cause that's all I'm gonna think about for the rest of our relationship. Every time we're all together, is you also hooked up with fucking this guy and this guy. What the fuck was the difference?
Yeah.
Was I dumb? Am I the idiot in this
Yeah.
situation? Which is the last thing we want to feel as men is stupid. We want to feel smart. We want as guys like it's back to like pride. Like we don't want to feel stupid in front of guys. We want to feel presentable. Like we want to feel like structured. We have our shit together when we're all talking as men. We don't want to be like the guy that like when he leaves, we all sit there and we're like, bro, remember when his girlfriend used to do this for us? Like we hate that thought of being that kind of guy.
I would hate to be talked about like that, and that's why like I carry myself the way that.
But
I
as
do.
you should. I think girls have a responsibility for themselves, is taking to account everything that they're doing now, because now matters. A lot of girls pretend like it doesn't matter. It fucking matters.
No, it does.
You need to pay attention
That
to what you're
shit
doing now,
follows
because
you.
that's the only thing we give a fuck about.
Who the
what
fuck
you're
knows
doing.
if the guy that you marry ends up being best friends with the guy that you literally had sex with when you were like what 20 and like drunk off your ass?
We think that, but we don't give a fuck if you don't have a fucking career in line. We don't give a fuck if you don't have your ducks in a row, if you don't have any fucking potential future, because in our heads, if you don't have a future, we'll provide one for you.
For me
If my
pers-
wife, the day of tomorrow, doesn't have anything going for her, motherfucker, pick a hobby, sit it out in the garage. I'll set a studio up for you, whatever you need. I'll back the business. I'll structure the business for you. Like, I'll work with you. Girls want, correct me if I'm wrong, somebody who has some sort of vision, at least a
Yes.
vision, at least something
Yeah.
of like substance. Like, I may not be exactly where I want to be right now, but this is where I
I'm
want to
working
be.
towards it.
This is
not
where
that
I'm
you're
working
just sitting on
for.
your ass doing nothing.
Which
Like,
is extremely unattractive.
one of the biggest things that I look for, especially in a guy, like even on like the first date, is if like they're like telling me about like their life and like what they do on a regular basis, and they don't do anything except just go to school and then go out on the weekends. Like you don't have a job, you don't do anything. Most of the guys that we meet anyway go to private school, like they have money, but like their parents automatically should be like encouraging them to like,
Yeah.
get jobs and be actual functioning adults in society. But like a lot of these guys are not like that. Like
Well, I mean, like, at least me, I take pride. Like, my dad, the day of tomorrow, if I wanted to work for my dad, I could. It's literally, hey, dad, I want to work for you. Done. Got a job. I have always been in my head with, like, here is my dad, and this is the man I'm competing with. Because I need to be better than my dad. Because my dad had a harder life than me. And because I've had an easier one, and maybe not easier, but, like, easier in different ways, but at the same time, my dad went to public school his whole life. He came from Cuba. He came from nothing, knew nobody, and became something, right?
Yeah.
I know everybody. Came from private school, already had money, as far as, like, even if I didn't work, mommy and papi can fund this, and I can, so if I can't beat at least my dad, I'm failing as a son.
Yeah.
That's how I see it. So,
and I feel like every man should see it that way. pretty
yeah,
much.
I think if you're gonna look at life and like from a guy's perspective, the only person you really should be competing with, and like it sounds, maybe competing isn't the right word.
Yeah, it's
because
good.
I would, at the day of tomorrow, my dad's like, I'm a billionaire. Like, fuck yeah, you eat, I eat. I would love for my dad to be that. But I'm competing with my father in the sense that like we all compete with our fathers in the sense of like we need to be better because we've been given better.
And also, he's like, you're like a reflection of him.
Exactly.
So it's like,
Even my
I
dad with
can't-
me, my
I
dad
can't
is
be less than my dad because my dad came from nothing and
Yeah.
became something. So
Yeah.
if I came from something and became nothing,
Nothing.
it's a fucking downgrade of a son.
yeah.
It's
disappointing.
It's not something I think my dad would be like super proud to like, well, my son's doing this.
Yeah.
I think my dad gains way more pride as a man going, oh, my son's, figuring shit out, has this going on, instead of my dad going, oh, my son just works for me. Big fucking difference.
Yeah.
Big
Yeah,
fucking
you
difference.
worked for it on your
Because
own
you say,
way.
if you say, oh yeah, my son just works for me, everybody in the room goes, oh, your son has this though? Oh, your son did this on his own? Oh, he knows these motherfuckers? How does he know these it's a bigger flex for your father.
yeah.
And that's the man you should be competing with, not your boys. I mean, like, I have friends that, like, Manny's a perfect example, right? Manny, great kid, has his shit together.
Yeah.
Am I competing with him subconsciously? Sure, but it's a different type of competition. My competition with my father is like, you've given me a base. Manny didn't give me a
You need
base.
to surpass
We
the
have,
base.
I need to surpass the base. whether Manny makes $1 billion day of tomorrow is not my business.
Yeah, it has
not my
nothing
business.
to do with you.
My business is, am I better than my dad? Because my dad gave me structure.
Yeah.
My dad gave me a life to start out with. He gave me the game plan. He gave me the rule book. He gave me everything I needed to know. Here are all the tools that he didn't have when he was younger.
Yeah.
So if I can't beat him, fuck Manny. Because if I can't compete with him, I can't compete with... I'm never going to compete with Manny. You know what I mean?
No, I think it's important. Yeah, like it's a kind of like a motivation in a way.
Yeah,
it's like a motivates
you need something to push for. And like
Yeah.
as a man, back to like it's just like this societal pressure that we feel is like we need to be something.
Yeah.
We don't get Lamborghinis and Ferraris because we want a Lamborghini or Ferrari. My mom's had a Ferrari. I've driven them. They're pieces of fucking shit. They're annoying to drive because it's a rocket ship of a fucking car. There's just buttons. There's no simplicity to it. It's a very hard car to drive. So it's a pain in the fucking ass. Why we get those things? It's a book. It's called I forgot who wrote it. We talked about it in the last podcast. It's like Peacocks and Ferraris. Why men get that is to be able to show women like this is what I can do for myself. There's a reason why I can drive a Ferrari. Not everybody can drive a fucking Ferrari.
Yeah.
It's very hard to get one. It's not they're not just giving that shit out like Honda Civics. Anybody can drive a Honda Civic. But driving the fucking Ferrari is a way bigger testament like, oh, this man's got his fucking shit together, which is what girls want.
Yeah.
Which is back to like women focus on men's futures and we focus on women's past.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I agree.
I think you're 100% right.
Yeah.
I agree.
No arguments there.
I agree. And I mean, I wouldn't say like I need to see like something like firsthand. Like I don't need. For me, it's like money isn't really like a deciding factor for me. Like
It's not money. It's just the fact that like
just like you motivated enough to make sure that your future spouse and children are gonna be like taken care of.
yeah,
you
like
get me?
I've been in situations or like relationships where like the guy has literally had absolutely nothing going for him, and like what the fuck do you even do? Like being like a woman, like I don't know, like I wouldn't want to be with somebody that like doesn't have a job, isn't going to school. Like if you're not going to school, then you have to have a fucking job. Like
Yeah,
have to be
you
working
need
towards
something. You need
But, like,
something.
You're not going to school. You're not going to work. Like what the fuck are you doing with your life realistically? Just going out like.
There's a quote that we talk about, and it's like instead of being the guy that says you are who you say you are, I'd rather have like a stack of like undeniable proof of this is who I am, regardless of what I tell you. Which a lot of guys, especially growing up in Miami, you get like that big talk, like I'm this, I'm not, blah 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 blah. Fuck who you say you are. Yeah. Show me who you are. You have the fucking house. You have the apartment. You have the car. You did this. You structured this. Not mommy, papi did this for you. Because anybody in Miami, it's mommy, papi money all over. Especially if you go to private school, it's mommy, papi money all over the place.
Yeah, our social
all over the
surrounding
place.
is totally.
It's a different environment to grow up in, and I think it benefits us being able to the fact that we're growing up in Miami, because we have to grow up so quick. I think that if you grow up in like Idaho, Illinois, like it's a lot of more like small town living, like
family, very
simplicity, family oriented. It's a different kind of lifestyle. Here it's like, yo, you have your shit together or you're not fucking having fun. Like living your fucking 9 to 5 and wanting to kill yourself if that's what you want.
Yeah, la cosa está duro. Like it's super bad right now. Like I work with a bunch of people and they're like, they basically just go home, eat, do their laundry,
You're
and
a
that's
robot.
it. Like they don't do anything.
You're a
like,
robot.
You can't live
tough.
like that.
Listen, 75%
I'm so
of the,
grateful.
75% of this country lives paycheck to paycheck.
Yeah.
Most, by like, I think it's like 60 to 80% of families don't have $300 for an emergency expense. God forbid something happens, you don't have the money to fucking pay for it. You don't want to be that guy. Because that's embarrassing to be that fucking guy. Because are the girls going to talk? Maybe. But who's really watching? The guys. We're all watching. When we go out and we have tables and we have parties and whatever, blah, 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 we're looking at each other. And we're paying attention to who's eating shit and who's got their shit together. It's very easy to see.
Yeah.
It's very easy to point out. When you're on the table having fun and you have the leeches coming around, yo, let me get a drink. Yo, let me get a this. I'm watching that. And I'll give you the drink. But I'm watching that. You're going to ask me to drink the next time I'm at a table? What are you doing then? You look like a Momo.
Yeah.
What's wrong with you?
A Momo?
A Momo.
What's a Momo?
Momo's like an idiot.
You never heard Momo?
Yeah.
No, doggy Momo. That's all I heard. Doggy Momo. That's it.
Yeah, like when somebody's an idiot, you're like a
Like
Momo.
Bobolongo, like kind of like that.
Momo.
Momo, but that's like an English. Is that an English term?
Momo's Italian.
Oh wow, I've never heard of that. Nice. Are you Italian or something?
Yeah.
My stepfather.
Oh, actually?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
Yeah,
You're Dominican, right? You're not
I am Dominican.
Dominican and Cuban.
Cuban.
Ah, I knew it. I remember there's Dominicans somewhere in there.
Yeah,
They're
that's where
toxic.
that's where the color comes from,
I'm kidding.
and a little bit of toxicity for sure.
Dominicans are hashtag toxic. I've heard bad things. I'm kidding. You're great.
Listen, bro, everybody's different.
Yeah, we are.
You asked certain girls though, and I mean, I'm 100% the asshole for sure.
Really?
I mean, there's girls, of course. I'm sure there's guys that aren't probably too fond of you. Like, maybe they aren't. Maybe they aren't.
Oh my God! Really? I'm kidding.
I have no idea.
Probably. What happened? Let me know down below who doesn't like me.
Comment. No, I mean, there's definitely girls that'll be like, Justin sucks, Justin this, blah blah blah. But I think the way I carry myself, like, whatever. Like, you hate me. I can't
I mean,
please
I
everybody.
had heard a couple things about you before I met you.
Exactly.
But, like, I never base like my opinion on somebody like with like what somebody else is saying. Like,
Yeah.
I have to meet them.
Yeah.
I have to know the person to like be able to say like, okay, he's a fucking dickhead. Like,
For
but I
sure.
didn't get those vibes from you.
I'm not gonna lie. I never heard anything about you. Never. Like that you were in SIGAP. That's it.
Yeah, no, I mean,
Yeah.
I've heard things like, even like, I'll introduce myself to people and I'm like, oh, I'm Justin Baroche or whatever, and like, people be like, oh my God, I've heard about you, like, you're whatever, and I'm like, no, I'm not. Like, how about you find out? Find out for yourself. Now I kind of want to be.
Oh my
Now I
God,
kind
yeah.
of want to be a dickhead
Now I
to
might
you.
be an asshole to you. Like,
That
I'm-
really? Like they've come up
Sometimes-
and said that?
Yeah, plenty of times.
Wow.
Times.
That's
yeah.
like ballsy of them too.
Yeah.
That's ballsy.
I mean, you know, there's ballsy women.
Yeah, there are. Yeah,
Ballsy
there are. I mean,
women.
I'm like that too. I like to spit a little bit of heat sometimes.
For sure.
But it's you could tell it's like flirty banter. It's not like I'm actually trying to like insult you.
Yeah.
If I do insult you, I'm like, I'm just kidding. I'm sorry. Like I hate doing that. Like I one of my close friends, Greeter, he's always like, dude, you can't even like talk. You can't even like talk shit like in text with me like you can. And I'm like, I can't. It's so hard for me. I just can't.
Oh
do
no,
it.
I can fuck around.
Yeah, yo, I talk a lot of shit.
Yeah, I talk,
I
a lot of shit. Yeah, I talk a lot of shit.
Unless like you have to really push my buttons to get me angry, man. You really do. Like you have to really. Push
You're not
Can we
quick
tell
to
them about
anger.
the fight that we had today?
Oh my God, yeah. Kathy and I, before we got here, we had like a huge fight because she was nervous, and I was in the middle of something, and I accidentally texted her because she was supposed to be in my house before coming to Broche's, and then I told her
I
like,
called her before even leaving my house. Well, actually, she called me.
I
and
called her,
she
my girl,
asked me-
come.
Yeah, she was like, "Why are you taking so long? Just come to my house already." And I was like, "Oh, like I'm going through this, and this. I'll be there in like 20 minutes." I text her that I'm on the way. She knew that I was on the way, and then she texted in the chat saying like, "Oh, I'm on my way, bro." I was like,
dude, I was
So,
busy. I was busy, and
And so
I
I
wasn't.
I was so
Sorry.
confused too. I was like,
Yeah.
are you girls coming together?
I call this bitch. She doesn't answer me. Straight up, just like declines the call. I'm like,
I
oh
did
my
not
fucking
decline
God.
the call.
I'm literally driving on the turnpike. Don't know where the fuck
Denied.
I'm going. I'm like, "Ah, that's it. I'm turning around. I texted her. I'm like, I'm not going anymore. You go by yourself. Like, I'm not dealing with this.
Oh, I would have been pissed.
Yeah, she's
I know.
I would have been so
know.
pissed.
she's volatile. She's a
All right,
poof.
wait, I have a question. So, like, when we were setting up the group chat and we were talking about this for the last few days,
Yeah.
you sent me like a feet emoji. You said you had a story.
Oh, this is a perfect.
There was a story. So I'm intrigued. I'm excited to know because you threw it in there.
Okay, I
and then you
will throw it
deleted
in
it,
there.
and I wasn't able to read the full thing. So I'm excited to hear
Ending
what
this
the
shit
fuck
off.
is going on with feet pics.
Ending the pod off
Talk
with a
to me.
bang.
Talk
Yeah.
to me.
So this is gonna be one of the best like 5 minutes that you have in your podcast ever. Basically, I'm not gonna name drop. Just in case like somebody's out there listening and they know who this is, because I don't think that anybody.
This will get sent to the right person.
Oh.
I'm not entirely sure. I'm not entirely sure. So, whatever. I was in a relationship for a while. Obviously, when you're in a relationship, like you trust your significant other.
As you should.
And I used to get like, I was like very much like one of those girls. Like I would get my nails done, and like right before I would pick out a color, I'd be like, "What color should I do?" So obviously, when the guy picks a color, you send him a picture of like your nails and like what they look like. And I would always send a picture of like my hands and my feet, like this is what I got done today.
Here we go.
This
my
is where the
God.
story starts getting a little weird.
A lot of people know this story.
So, no, you'd be surprised.
I don't know
You'd
it.
be surprised.
Though. You don't know it?
I don't know.
No. I don't. Gabino, do you know this story?
Say
this is
it. The people
bad.
are interested.
So basically, this was like one night, like one day, I was at his house and we were just taking a nap. I randomly wake up. He's still sleeping. And I'm not like a girlfriend that goes through like my boyfriend's phones.
But you
ever,
did.
But I did that day.
Ooh.
I just had like a really bad
Ooh.
like feeling, like I don't know, like I
Something
feel
was
like,
off.
I feel like God was literally.
The energy
telling me-
wasn't there.
It's not the energy. I literally feel like that day God told me like you need to check his phone.
Oof.
And I didn't even know his password. Like it wasn't even anything that I'm like, okay.
How'd
like,
you get
I
in the
know-
phone?
I guessed the password
No.
and I
Oh, go
got
off.
it. Like I
Go
just
off.
the phone just opened, so I'm like, okay, like I'm not gonna go through
We're in.
Yeah, like I'm not gonna go through any like messages or anything like that. I just wanna see like, you know, what the fuck he has on his phone. So I start like scrolling, like checking to see like the apps and stuff, but I'm not actually opening anything until I see the Kik app. Does anybody know?
Oh, I remember
Does
Kik.
anybody know what Kik is?
Oh, I remember Kik. Ooh,
Sauce
that was
cream.
that was the WhatsApp before WhatsApp.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this was we were what?
Definitely.
That was the original
I was
WhatsApp.
already in college while this was happening. I was like 19. Exactly. So I look at it and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what is he doing?
What is he
So
doing?
I open it because that's a weird fucking app to be having, and I see just
Yeah, Kik ended when? Like our
Forever
sophomore year in
Yeah,
high school?
sophomore year. I remember because Lewis and
I-
Columbus took it out of the iPads.
Yeah.
Yeah. F this, we're not using it anymore.
Yeah.
And St. Brendan, sorry, St.
So
Brendan.
whatever. I open the Kik, and like basically when you open like the Kik app, like you see like all of like the messages from like people that you've been messaging recently, and all I see is like beat group chats.
No.
I see feed group chats. I saw like a bunch of feed group chats, like him having conversations with like other people, and I start freaking the fuck out. Like my heart is beating. I'm like about to throw up in this guy's bed. Like I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And so I go, okay, whose account is this, right? And you would think like it's some random bitch. Like it's not gonna be anybody. It was my face on the
No.
profile picture.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
god.
It was
Yeah.
literally my face, like a picture that I had
Oh
never
my
even sent him
fucking
before. Like a
God.
picture that I had posted on my Visco. He like screenshotted it, posted that shit onto Kik, changed my name from Kathy to Katie.
Katie Rengifo, everybody.
What
I
a
was a
name
brand
change
new
too.
person.
Katie Rengifo, everybody.
What a name change.
He said, it's okay.
He's like,
And
let me
her-
add it up. Let me take out the age.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
that's good enough.
Nobody's gonna find her.
Her paticas are
What?
all over Kik right now.
Wait. So let me digest this correctly. So
Oh,
you
oh.
had a okay. Go.
Wait,
go, go.
wait, even worse. The account was open for like 532 days, which is concerning because when the account was open,
That's a straight up number right there.
Hold on, because when the account was open, we weren't even dating. Like we were
No.
broken up. Like we were on a
He for
break.
sure changed the
Like,
name of the
not
account,
together.
dude. He changed the name of the
No, that
account.
guy's
There's
been
no
scheming
way.
for a minute. Wait, but what's he doing with them? Is he getting paid for these?
Yeah.
He was literally selling my feet pictures because okay,
Yo, you didn't
this
ask
is
for
another
reparations?
thing. This is
For
another
real.
thing.
You didn't feel like, yo, let me get a cut of the
Soon.
pie.
I told him that obviously when we got into the
Was
fight.
this why you broke up?
No.
Oh, damn! You stayed here for this?
I really did.
What a
I really
psychopath!
did.
You stayed with the psycho?
I was
The fuck?
Bro, Kylie
I
was
had
in
like
trouble.
a lot, yeah, I was like really trauma bonded. Like I was going through a lot of things. Like I said, I had really bad anxiety, and we thought that it was like heart problems. So like I was just not overall in a good place in my life. I ended up like ending things like maybe a month later because I just couldn't. It was too weird. I was like too grossed out.
That's
I was like, I
super fucking
can't.
weird.
That's literally disgusting.
I'd rather just go 50-50 with my girl. Yo, it's good. I can publish this shit. We down?
The
We
craziest
down.
thing is that like he had brought it up to me before because like weird shit has always happened like that to me that I've gotten like DMs from random people, like random accounts.
Oh, this guy's been grooming you.
Yeah, like asking
That's
to
what
like
you're telling
asking
me.
to sell me like to sell like feet pictures and stuff, but I've never done it because I've always been too scared. And then I guess he decided to make the choice for me.
What
Yeah,
the fuck?
and he made some money on the side
That's
that
a
I
s-
never fucking saw any.
That's a
I
sick
never
puppy.
fucking saw any
You
of
had
that
some good
fucking
dinners,
money.
didn't you?
I never had any good dinners. Also, never got me a fucking birthday gift.
No, what
Hurry
a
up, point
sick
blank.
puppy.
Hurry up,
Hurry
point
up,
What
point
a
blank.
sick puppy.
Yeah, horrible. But yeah,
And now we're
that's-
past
that's the feed
that
emoji.
era.
Where's he now? Dead?
So he's not in college. He didn't graduate. He
Nothing wrong with
He
that.
doesn't have a job.
Okay, there's something wrong with that.
Yeah, like he just doesn't have a job at all. He like uses the fact that like he has like an illness to like counteract the fact that
What
he
is it?
doesn't
The foot
do
fetish?
anything.
The illness?
No.
It's one of them. It's one of
Yeah,
them.
that is one of the illnesses for sure.
But
Mental.
he has like a medical illness that like he holds that shit to like his core, and he's like, I can't live. Like I'm sick.
Fucking illness. Shut up. Shut up.
That's crazy.
You
When
have
she told me that story.
psychopathic tendencies.
Yeah, that's really, really
You're
crazy.
weird.
What's going on with you?
Very odd. Very
But yeah.
That's the banger. That's literally like the boof mic
La-
drop of his entire podcast.
The last thing I want to touch on, I think it's really big and prevalent in our society, especially in our age group.
Okay.
Okay.
Anxiety. Let me get my
Your opinion.
my opinion out of the way before anybody says anything, and then you girls can sound off. I know you're gonna have some very strong points to bring. So when it comes to anxiety, I don't think it's real. I don't think it's real. Why? I think for generations and generations of humans, I didn't think we suffered from anxiety. I think the problem is substance abuse. So why I say substance abuse? If you're really looking at yourself from a genuine perspective, when do you think was the last time you went a couple months with nothing but food and water? Nothing but essentials.
Probably since like high school.
There you go. Okay, so you have alcohol, you have nicotine, you have whatever the fuck else everybody else likes to indulge in. I think that adds some negativity towards your life that you're not paying attention to, that maybe your anxiety may come from. So I think people that genuinely suffer from anxiety should take a hard look at themselves and go, what am I doing on a daily or a weekly or maybe bi-weekly basis that may be affecting my emotions or hormones in a negative way? I think we look past the fact that nicotine's a big one of them for our generation, right? We look past just ripping a just ripping a vape. We don't know what that's doing to ourselves. We don't know what it is to just drink constantly on our weekends. What's that doing? What is that doing to our psyche? What is that doing to our emotions on a daily basis?
Well,
So
you might be drinking every weekend, but
I'm not.
we sure
I'm
as
saying
hell
like in
aren't
a
drinking every
general.
weekend.
I'm saying in a general aspect. I think if people were genuinely 100% sober most of the time, which is how humans functioned for a vast majority of our human race,
Yeah.
there would be way less anxiety. I don't think people suffered from anxiety because there was nothing affecting you negatively. So go off. That's my opinion. I don't think it's real. I think it's something you do to yourself.
I mean, it definitely could be something that you do to yourself, but it's not just yourself. Like, it has to do with a lot of factors in your life. Like, for example, like now I can definitely, like, I can say like I know how to handle my anxiety. Like, but before I would literally end up in the hospital because I'd be so anxious because of X, Y, and Z. Like, it's just like I guess like certain situations and like what kind of place you are in, like in your own life, and like what it is that you have like going on that like can affect everything. Like, if you don't have that many things to be worrying about, you probably don't have anxiety, or if you do have anxiety, it's like the tiniest little bit. But like, let's say for example, you're a full-time student, you work a full-time job, you have a relationship, maybe your relationship's a little bit rocky, like all of that adds anxiety. Fighting with your parents, everyone fights with their parents, everybody fights with their friends, like all of that stuff adds up at some point. Like, and you really never know what like somebody else is going through. And usually everybody's always going through like their own like fucking
No, everyone has
mountain
an
of
internal
shit.
battle.
Yeah.
Everyone's
Definitely.
going through something.
Like everybody's
Definitely.
always like they always have like,
Right now we're all hanging out talking, but I know that you have problems in your life. You have problems in your life. I got problems in my life. Camera girl's got problems in her life.
Kabini.
We all got something we're struggling with,
Yeah.
for sure. My question is, do you think that if you stopped drinking alcohol, vaping, any negative thing that you're doing outside of just drinking a water would negatively or benefit or positively affect how you function with your anxiety?
I think if
Positive.
anything, it would negatively impact. Like,
Do you
my
really
life.
think that?
Yeah, because just cutting everything off. Like,
No, I don't agree with you.
I don't agree with that.
I don't agree with you.
cutting
No,
everything
wait,
off
what?
for me personally would be so much
Anxiety was
worse.
so much worse. I was 8 months sober. My anxiety was 10.
Nah, but those
But
are
how
outside
many
factors.
years not sober?
Okay, but I spent 8 months with no vape, no nothing, no substance, just life, straight life. And my anxiety was.
Yeah, like
Worse.
if I go, like when I go out, like.
But I
if
think
have
going
to
out
have,
and-
like some type of alcohol. Like I don't have to be
Okay, but
blackout
here's
drunk,
where I-
but I
here's
have
where
to
I
have like
disagree
some
with you.
type of alcohol in my system for me to feel like.
I think
okay,
we're not
like,
getting
I'm
the
in a
point
space.
here. I think
Here's
it's
where I
like
disagree. I think because you think you need something else to take that anxiety away is the problem.
Dude,
Is
like
the problem.
anxiety.
It's because you think that because you started drinking or because you started doing this is why your anxiety stopped.
No, I don't. I can tell you why it stopped. I'm not going to. I can tell you why it stopped.
Okay.
It's
Believe
external factors.
it.
It's
Yeah,
external factors.
it's just
That-
it's
the
factors,
external
honestly.
factors-
Remove certain
Okay, but there's been external factors for all of human
I don't
history.
think
Yeah.
alcohol has a thing.
No, I
I think
agree.
the
I
fact
agree
that-
with you.
I think the fact that
I
we
just don't think that people talked about it enough back then, and like that's why people
I don't
now
think there
are
was
like,
enough
it doesn't
time.
make sense.
I don't think there was I think not only are you indulging yourselves in things you shouldn't be doing, but on top of that, there's a lot of fucking free time. There's a lot of time of just sitting and thinking with nothing to fucking do. That has a factor
That's
to
like
do with
saying
it.
that's like pretty much saying that like I mean I'm not saying that you're right or wrong in this situation, but that's like you
Say I'm
pretty
right.
much saying no, shut up. That's
It's half and half.
Say I'm
this
right.
is like you pretty much saying that like people who take like medication when they have like anxiety or like mental health problems,
I'll
like
give you one.
like they're not really doing anything. Like it's just Like,
Okay, I'll give you one. Medication, anxiety. What's the number one? Do you girls know the number one?
Lexapro.
Lexapro, which
Zoloft.
is what? Exactly what? A Xanax.
Yeah,
right?
pretty
Yeah.
much.
Okay, let me tell you something about Xanax. Xanax is the most addictive drug that's given out. That's more addictive than cocaine, more addictive than heroin, more addictive than meth. Wait. There's a
Yes.
point here. Xanax and alcohol are the only two drugs, the only two in every single pharmaceutical or street drug that you can get, that if you cut them cold turkey, if you were addicted to Xanax, you're an alcoholic. If you cut them cold turkey, you can die. You can't just stop taking them. You need to lower the doses and be like slowly
Like, wean
become
off of
less.
it, slowly
Wean off of it. They are the Xanax again, the most addictive, and one of the ones that if you just stop doing it, if you're addicted to it, if you just stop doing it, you die because your body no longer knows how to function without it.
I mean, I personally don't take any medication. Like, I know that I have anxiety, but like, I don't take any medication just because I don't want to like have myself rely on that for the
You
rest
shouldn't.
of my life. I'm
You
only
shouldn't.
22
I agree. You
years
shouldn't
old.
either.
Shouldn't.
Like, I don't want to rely on like a even when I was like having like my heart problems that like they ended up figuring out was anxiety. Like, they told me like we can give you beta blockers to make your heart like stop
No.
like speeding up, but that's extremely horrible for you at 20 years old to be taking until you fucking die. Like, you're gonna be addicted to that fucking pill.
Yeah.
So
I think I agree with your statement in multiple ways, but I also disagree. I don't agree that it's not real. I think anxiety is something that a lot of people struggle with. I haven't struggled with it like on a long-term like chronic basis per se, but I have experienced it, and it's scary, and
It's the
it's
scariest
almost
thing ever.
uncontrollable in a way. And then one day you just feel so horrible about feeling like that you're like, okay, I need to help myself. Some people don't know how to do that. Some people don't have like the mental strength to do that, which
or
is
some
fine.
people find different ways to help themselves. Like, for me, for example, I relied a lot on my friends. Like, I would straight up just show up at my friends' houses and like cry my fucking eyes out for no reason without even saying any words. But I wasn't taking medication, and I was just talking.
But
about
I
the
don't
way
think
that I
medication
felt.
is the answer. I think
I don't think so
we have a
either.
problem as a society to like, and I'm not saying you specifically, but I'm saying in general. I think we have a problem as a society where like, oh, you have a problem, here's a medicine.
Oh yeah,
No.
for sure.
Yeah, that's
No,
like
for
it's
sure.
not
It's like
the answer.
Western medicine.
Western medicine
Yeah,
is
everything is solved with medication
Wrong,
and pills. and-
incorrect. That's not the way to function.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I agree with that. Definitely agree with that statement. But I do think it's something like a lot of people can't control. Like, I have like family, friends, and people that I know that struggle with anxiety that like never had it before, and it's something that was triggered by. Could be. I kind of agree with the whole alcohol, like substance abuse thing. I think that it may not be the cause, like a
I'm not
correlation
saying
does not
everybody,
eat.
but I think
Yeah.
a good amount
A
of the
good
people
amount of
that
people,
suffer from
yes.
anxiety like hard.
Yeah,
Tell me what your drinking
it
schedule
does
is
not
like.
equal causation.
Okay,
but
Tell me
Yeah,
what your
but-
vaping schedule's
Yeah,
like. Tell me
yeah.
what your drug
I
usage
agree.
is like.
I agree, I
Because
agree.
that has to play a factor. You're messing with your brain hormones. Like your breast.
100%.
You're fucking with yourself.
But you'd be surprised. Like, a lot. I don't want to say like a lot. You're gonna have to blurt that. Yeah.
Stop saying your name so I can stop leaving it.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, I know people that like they don't
But that's-
drink
but
like
that's what
very
I'm saying.
frequently. They don't smoke.
It's
they
not
don't
about
do
the
drugs.
it's not about the frequently. It's about the it's like it's not even just alcohol. It's like anything's a trigger. Like, you know what I mean? But alcohol, it literally it's like a term, anxiety, and like
Anxiety.
I'm sure all
Anxiety's
of us
a
have
big
gotten
one.
that before.
Anxiety's a big one.
I had anxiety
You
so
experienced that today, too.
hard. I had
Anxiety
anxiety.
sucks, but anxiety comes from drinking.
No,
Yeah,
but I
guys.
think anxiety comes from what you did when you were drinking.
No,
But
I
that's
don't
the
agree with you.
fucking- No, but okay, but like
My
okay, so like
anxiety
here's my
comes from
Sundays.
my actions.
Here's my
Like,
Sundays.
like-
Here's my Sundays on a regular fucking Sunday basis. I wake up and I go, I just had a 3-day fucking bender. I've been drinking for 3 days straight. I feel like shit. I don't remember half the conversations I had
But
with
that's
people.
why, if
So
you don't
that's
have
what
it,
freaks
you
me
don't
out.
have it.
But that problem gets quickly solved if I went through all those 3 days sober. Sober.
No, here's the thing. I had
But you
I
won't
had
have fun if you're sober.
listen to this.
Incorrect. That's a fucking wrong way of thinking.
Incorrect. I went out
That's a
somewhere
wrong
and
way
I've
of
never
thinking.
had
Listen to
The
this.
problem is there is no.
Okay, it depends. I have to be with like friends that I'm comfortable with, that I know I'm gonna have a good time with. Like, if I'm with like
It's
people
all
that like I don't hang out with
about
on a daily basis and I'm not 100% comfortable with you, I'm gonna need some liquid courage to get through the night. 'cause
Wait.
I'm literally gonna be like this whole
But that's
time.
an opinion.
But
That's an opinion.
I also don't agree with it being that either, because I went to Ultra. I had the best night of my life. Literally, it was so much fun. The next morning, I literally woke up at 5 a.m. My heart was racing from anxiety. Like, I couldn't fall back asleep. I did nothing. Like, guys, I woke up the next morning. And I still to this day, I'll tell you, Ultra was one of the funnest nights I've ever had in so long. But literally, just because I drank, like I was drinking a lot that night. I woke up and I couldn't go to sleep. I literally had heart palpitations, like literally for the first time ever. And that's what I mean by anxiety. Like, it's like symptoms.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like my actions necessarily.
To me, it's my actions. Because to me, what happens is I'll remember the night, but I'll remember the night in patches. So, like, I'll have, like, a sticker of memory, but I won't have the memory. It'll be like a sticker. Like, I remember looking at this person.
And I'm like,
Yeah.
whoa,
I remember talking to
did
them.
I, do
I don't remember
that?
a thing I told them.
Yeah.
And that's what I hate.
But that's the part of anxiety. Like, you start overthinking what you did the night before, and you're like,
That's
what
the
did I
anxiety.
do? What did I say? Like, and that's why, in a way, I do agree with some parts of anxiety. Like, you kind of it's inflicted upon yourself, but because the brain is so powerful, not because
It's extremely powerful.
not because like you're trying to hurt yourself. It's more like the brain is just like uncontrollable.
So like let me go into like the science aspect of it. I was reading a book and it was talking about like different ways of like how we have like this Western medicine way of thinking where like big pharmaceutical companies come up with their own ways of like, oh, like take this drug for this problem, take this drug for this problem, blah, blah, blah. And that drug costs a lot of fucking money to buy. So they did these studies where they would give for a 3-day span for people that were under like the umbrella of extremely depressed, right? They would give them 3 days straight of psilocybin mushroom, but like at a moderate dosage.
Okay.
Right? For 3 days straight. Something about 3 days straight would realign neurological pathways in their brain that at the end of the 3 days would benefit them in the long term when it came to the depressions. And it was like by like 90% of the case studies that happened, 90% of them were fully cured of depression or fully cured of anxiety because they went through this trial, when the other people that didn't were given the basics, the fucking
Zoloft,
the Zoloft, the Xanax, the fucking whatever the fuck Big Pharma gives you. The problem with Big Pharma is they're so in control of the medicine that we're consuming on a daily basis, and as much as they are in control of the ones that we're consuming, they're in control of the ones we aren't consuming. So why I say that is when I was I think I was 19 or 20 years old. I tried mushrooms for the first time. I tried it alone.
Whoa.
Alone.
Okay.
Alone in my room right back here, right on the other side of this wall.
Wow.
Took them 10 o'clock at night. Everybody was sleeping. I was like, I'm going to take these fucking things. I've been reading about them. I'm very big on like if I'm going to try a drug, like I'm going to read about it, I'm going to study it, and then if I feel like I'm up for it, I'll try it. I tried it. I took it. I wasn't really going through anything because whatever 19, 20-year-old problem.
Yeah.
Now you look back at it, it's bullshit. But
Yeah.
like, you have your problems here and there. Me going through that experience, I have moments in my life now that I look back and like I'm struggling through something and I note back, like, remember this experience that you had and how insignificant all of my problems felt.
Yeah.
And I think that paying attention to what is constantly given to you by the media or constantly given to you by big pharma and these big pharmaceutical companies is not the right way of going. I think there's a reason why things like mushrooms are illegal. There's a reason why things like, even if you want to go deeper with it, like LSD is a little crazier, but like there are other alternatives to our problems that we aren't using because it isn't profitable as a society.
It's not profitable, and also big pharmas also make their drugs very addictive, so then people
Extremely.
don't want to get off of them.
Extremely.
Like,
Look, and we said this as a guy group the other day.
my mom is straight up addicted to sleeping pills. Like, she takes a sleeping
That's what
pill
I'm
every
saying.
single night.
That's what I'm saying. You become addicted to it. And like we were saying this last night, we had a poker night with the guys, and we were saying how like if mushrooms were like legal, right? And all these like psychedelic drugs that give you this like different perspective on life, which is what they ultimately do.
Yeah.
If everybody can have that kind of experience, then pharmaceutical companies would crash and burn. We need those things. So like, for instance, we have, and it may be like a hard subject to talk about, but like, let's say cancer, for instance, right? We have been funding cancer for years, trying to find the cure. Us personally, we think it has been cured. The problem is, does curing it make money or lose money? It loses money because you
Yeah.
gain way more money charging people through chemotherapy and through these processes of whatever, like whatever they go through, which is a terrible and grueling experience that I wish upon not even my worst enemy.
Yeah.
But they gain way more money giving them a drug for the rest of their lives until they die than going, hey, here's a solution, here's a one-time shot. Even if that one-time shot is $20,000, it's still less money than charging them until the day that they die.
Yeah.
So the whole concept of we personally believe that like the cure to cancer has been solved and is not given out solely because of greed. And as a human, number one thing we are greedy. We're greedy by
Yeah.
nature.
Yeah.
Yep.
We want the best for ourselves. We only look out for ourselves. And we see that in all aspects of life. We are greedy, we are manipulative, if we can cover our own asses before anyone else's, we will. We will. I don't care how nice you say you are, how whatever. If that means the hole gets buried harder for you or harder for someone else, you'll take that route.
Yeah.
You'll take that route if you can and not get in trouble for it. You'll take it. You'll take it.
I hope that's. I mean, it would be disappointing if that was what the truth was.
Of
but,
course.
I mean,
Of
what are
course.
we gonna do? You know what I mean?
It's an impossible.
Out of our hands.
Out of our hands. Out of our hands for sure. But in our opinion, you invest billions of dollars a year into something. We figured out COVID in less than a year.
Yeah.
Right? When everyone was freaking out.
Yeah.
If COVID was cancer, we would have figured it out. In our opinion.
I mean, it makes perfect sense. Like, it should have alreed been figured out.
It should have
Especially
already
with
been.
the amount of money that we, like...
Giant cancer research. There's a cancer research center right across the street from
Yeah,
my house.
MCI, yeah.
Massive cancer research center.
Yeah.
And there's billions of those. There's hundreds of those.
That's
You're
what
telling me
I'm
that not
saying.
one of
Yeah.
them has found anything remotely close?
Listen, bro, you're bullshitting.
Yeah.
You're bullshitting a bullshitter, a professional bullshitter. This is an all cap podcast. We're bullshitting, but I just that's my personal opinion, and obviously, like I wish that on absolutely nobody. It's a terrible and grueling experience. But do I believe that there's an answer to that problem? I think it's somewhere out there. We're just not giving it out for selfish reasons. It's politics.
It is politics,
It's
but
politics.
I would hope and pray that that's not the truth, but we'll never know. I guess we'll never know.
So let's end
Like
this off.
Tootsie
I want to
Pop.
get a little bit controversial, a little bit. Just a tiny bit controversial. Just because it's been big on the media lately, and I wanted to just get a girl's opinion on it. So when it comes to sports, right? We have men and women in different sports.
Oh man,
But now we've been moving.
I know where this is going.
We know where we're going with this, but I just want to get a girl's opinion. And if you don't want to talk about it, I'll break the mic with what I want to say about it. But obviously now we see a lot of transgender women going into women's sports, and that is, in my opinion, an extremely unlevel playing field. For why I believe that, I'll tell you why. I think it is the equivalent of having somebody on steroids. Why? Because you have a person who has had testosterone their whole life. Steroid is you're just boosting your testosterone levels, and then you have them compete with somebody who has not even close to the amount of testosterone that they've had in their lives. Physically, mentally, me and you can be par, or you can be even better than me mentally, but physically, we will never be par, right? Me and you can work out and do the same workouts, eat the same amount of food, and our bodies will develop differently based off of the estrogen and testosterone levels we both have in our bodies. Do you think, yes or no, or if you don't want to talk about it, I'll fucking go off on it. Do you think transgender women joining women's sports hurt women or benefit the sport?
I don't know, honestly. I don't know. I haven't even thought about that too much. I probably will say no comment. I'll probably say no comment. But honestly, here's the thing. To each their own. Like, that's how I think of it. Like,
Yeah, that's
I'm not
kinda
going
how
to
I
tell
think
anybody
too.
what they can and can't do. I have a lot of friends that are in the LGBTQ plus community.
Same.
And I love, appreciate them. And if that's something that they find that's important to them, I'm not going to take that away from them. And honestly, like, I don't really care about sports at all, so I don't really care about that
Okay.
that specifically.
I think it's just
but-
hard to form like an opinion on it, just because like we don't really have like any experiences with it. Like,
Okay.
like we can't really relate. It's not that we don't relate. Like, we have friends, obviously. Like, we respect our friends, but like us ourselves, like I don't relate to like. I'm like running up against like a transgender woman and I'm upset. Like I'm not going through it, so I'm not like really like thinking about it, I guess, or like concerned with it.
Yeah.
Like I guess maybe if I was more like interested in sports, and I'd be like, that's in a way like it is kind of fucked up because it's not the same. Like
Biologically, we're not the same.
biologically, you're not the same, but like
That's what it is. Biologically, we're not the same.
yeah, biologically,
like,
you're just not the same. But
And it goes back, like, men and women are different. And it's not just physically, mentally. Like, women are emotional, men are
Yeah.
logical. And there's a lot of benefits and negatives to both sides. There's a lot of benefits to being emotional. There's a lot of benefits to being logical. And
Yeah.
and the negatives is where we fuck up in relationships.
Yeah.
Guys fuck up in relationships because they're not emotional. They're not emotionally invested enough. Women fuck up in relationships because they're not logical enough to piece the puzzle
Yeah.
together. They're
Yeah.
very emotional and paint a picture in their head of some
something
facade.
that's not there. Yeah.
A facade.
Yeah.
Just the reason I ask is because like there was
Happy birthday, Anna. Everybody go to Steve Aoki. We're all going to freaking
See you
Dare Day
there.
Club,
There
May
you go.
29th. Y'all all better go.
Let's
I'm gonna
go.
get caked, C-A-K-E-D, not caked, caked in the face because
Let's fucking
I'm asking.
go.
Yeah, we're going. We're
May
going to party.
29th, right?
May 29th.
Yeah, this
Everybody.
comes out before
It's May 29th.
May 29th.
This
Yeah.
comes out before May 29th. We hope to see you there.
Yeah.
Episode 5, All Cap Podcast. I've had a fucking great time. I've had a blast. Thank you girls for coming on.
No,
Thank
thank
you
you
for
so
having
much.
us.
We
I
appreciate you.
for
This was
coming.
awesome. It was
This
so
has
fun.
been fucking amazing. I love having a girl's perspective on things.
Literally.
Again, yo, fuck the guy's opinion, bro. Let's have a good time. Great weekend.
Fuck with the men thing.
Yeah.
Love you all, everybody. Thanks for listening. Bye.
Peace the fuck out.
Peace. Bye.